Super Daddy, tenfold cashback from the start. Yeah, I have to work overtime tonight, so I may be late. There was silence on the other end of the phone for a long time, and then a cold sentence came. Cheng, let's get a divorce. Click. Cheng seemed to have been struck by a bolt from the blue, like a petrified sculpture, standing there in a daze. When he asked the reason again, he only heard the beep, beep sound of the phone being hung up. Cheng has been under a lot of pressure these days, and his head is like a pile of dry gunpowder. The word divorce from his wife Yueyue was like a spark, which ignited all his emotions in an instant. He is 28 years old this year, graduated from an ordinary second-tier university, and has been working hard in Shenzhen for 5 years. In the past 5 years, Cheng has never known what a rest day is. He gets up earlier than a chicken and sleeps later than a dog. He works so hard, but he has never been promoted. The opportunity to get a salary. Even the promised bonus was delayed again and again, with no intention of paying it. Monthly salary of 4,100 yuan, 3,621.7 yuan in hand. Rent, daily necessities, daughter's book fees, and information fees. After a month, Cheng had only a few cents left, and his pockets were emptier than his face. 2 weeks ago, the three of them came out of the subway station and passed by a KFC. Daughter Meng stared at the window for a long time, swallowing her saliva again and again. But Meng did not cry and shout to Cheng and Yueyue like other children of the same age, but just turned her head away silently. Cheng almost collapsed, and asked his daughter in a crying voice, "Do you want to eat KFC? Dad will buy it for you." "No, Dad, Meng just wants to eat the egg fried rice you made." That expression, that tone. Cheng was so ashamed that he couldn't sleep that night. Yueyue asked for a divorce from him, and Cheng was not surprised. Such a life is not a life for human beings. With her conditions, even with a daughter, it would be easy for her to find another man with strong financial strength. For 5 years, Yueyue had suffered a lot of grievances with him. Cheng said a few days ago that after the bonus was paid today, he would bring KFC home for Meng after get off work. But reality slapped Cheng in the face. Not only did he not get a bonus today, but the project department also asked him to work overtime, proofread the contract, and check the qualifications of the customer. Ring, tilde. The WeChat ringtone rang. It was the project manager Yang Wan calling. "Hello, manager. Cheng, what's wrong with you? Why haven't you proofread the contract yet? I can tell you that this contract will be used when the vice president holds a morning meeting tomorrow. You should hurry up and don't dawdle. Be sure to finish it tonight." Adults often collapse in an instant. There is a popular saying in the workplace, "Don't scold the post-noughties too harshly, because they will resign decisively. But you can scold the post-90s and post-80s to death. They have wives and children, car loans and mortgages. They are willing to bear this cowardice in order to fulfill their responsibilities as a husband and a father, and dare not speak out. But when all things pile up together, even the most determined man can't help but get angry." Cheng immediately scolded. "It's past 10 o'clock in the evening now, and I haven't eaten a hot meal yet. You keep urging me all day long, urging me to death. I'm exhausted every day, and I only get more than 3,000 yuan for working hard. I can earn more in a factory than in a company. Can I quit?" Par. Cheng hung up the phone angrily. He didn't want to proofread any contracts now, he just wanted to buy a KFC and bring it home for his daughter. His wife is asking for divorce, who has the mood to care about these stupid contracts? Cheng has already made up his mind. At worst he will resign from the company and take his wife and daughter back to his hometown to develop. Just when Cheng was packing up, he accidentally found a mobile phone in the drawer. "Whose phone is this? How did it appear in my drawer?" Cheng picked it up and looked at it, and found that it was a mobile phone brand that had been delisted for a long time, and the model was also relatively old. Did someone put it in the wrong place? The phone still had more than 60% of its power left, and there was no password, so it could be unlocked directly. Cheng tried to open the address book, but found that all the contacts on it were familiar names. Yueyue, Yang Wan, Gao Wen. Is this my phone? Why don't I remember that I have this phone? Cheng has been using his iPhone 6 for 7 years, and he has never bought a phone of this brand. Except for the address book, there is only one app. It is called Sincere Wallet 10 times cashback. As long as you spend money on women you know, you can get 10 times the cash back, and it is instant. Is it true? Cheng was in a state of confusion. As long as he has money, he can afford his daughter's tuition and book fees, buy as many toys as he wants, and eat as much KFC as he wants. As long as he has money, his life will no longer need to be stumbling. In order to save some money on vegetables, he rushes to the supermarket every night to buy discounted vegetables. As long as he has money, Cheng will not have such great pressure, he does not have to be sad all day, and he can rest at ease whenever he wants. Cheng is a staunch materialist, but at this moment even he has the idea of giving it a try. How about finding a place to try? Cheng put the phone in his pocket and ran out of the company immediately. Unexpectedly, he ran into the project manager, Yueyue, at the company gate. She has regular features and beautiful looks, and is recognized as the #1 iceberg beauty in the company. Not only is she strong in business ability, but she is also very popular. The people chasing her can line up from the first floor to the 33rd floor. At this moment, Yueyue is not wearing any makeup, but she can still be rated as a 9-point beauty, with a very good appearance and figure. Due to the temporary departure, Yueyue only wore thin pajamas, and her curvy figure was visible at a glance. She had a stern face, raised her chin slightly, and said coldly, "Cheng, what do you mean on the phone? You don't want to do it anymore, right? If you don't want to do it, just say it. Tomorrow I will ask a colleague from the HR department to help you resign." There happened to be a Starbucks next to it, and Cheng planned to use Yueyue to test whether the software on the phone was real. "Manager Yang, don't be angry first. It's quite cold outside, let's go there and talk." After entering Starbucks, Cheng stood at the counter and ordered cautiously. He was stunned when he saw the menu. Any drink costs dozens of dollars. "Hello sir, what would you like to drink?" "Oh, give me a cup of this latte." "Okay sir, is there anything else you need?" "No more." "Hello sir, a total of 72.9, I'll scan it for you." Cheng nervously took out the phone, opened the Sincere Wallet app, and then showed the payment code. Ding! Payment successful. Cheng also received a message from the bank on his own phone. Your account number 6554 received 729 yuan at 23:11 on September 24, with a balance of 1,155.3. Note: Super Online Banking Transfer. It really works. Chapter 2, $300 to save a family. Cheng tried his best to hide the greedy look in his eyes, and then ordered another latte. Since this time it was his own expense, Cheng didn't receive the tenfold cashback. Spill it. What's going on with you? Yueyue glanced at Cheng coldly, her eyes sharp as if carrying a sword of accountability. Cheng had no choice but to lay everything out for Yueyue, explaining the pressure he had been under for so long. His recent emotional outburst was because his wife, Yueyue, was threatening divorce. Although Yueyue had urged him over the phone, she was actually quite a good person and had been considerate of Cheng at work. The outburst just now was purely due to him losing control of his emotions. No one else was to blame. This contract was very important to him, it was part of his responsibilities. Yueyue listened quietly, her expression unchanged. She took a sip of her coffee and then said softly, "All right, I'll help you proofread the contract. You should go back and be with your wife." Cheng nodded, thanked her, and quickly hailed a cab back home. On their way, Cheng used the cashback money to order some KFC for his family, putting Yueyue's name as the recipient. Spending money this easily didn't make him feel guilty, especially since it was for their daughter. Without realizing it, Cheng ended up ordering over 300 yuan worth. After paying, just a few seconds later, Cheng received a cashback notification. Your account ending in 6554 received 3,540 yuan at 23:25 on September 24, current balance, 4,341.3 yuan. Note: Super Online Banking Transfer. Seeing the notification, Cheng couldn't contain his joy. Damn! He casually ordered KFC, and the cashback was more than his entire month's salary. With this tenfold cashback, why bother working? In no time, he could be the boss. Cheng clutched his old-fashioned phone like it was a treasure. He instantly felt the weight on his shoulders lift. All his negative emotions evaporated, and he felt light-hearted. Cheng worked in the city center, but lived in a suburban urban village. The driver took 50 minutes to reach the destination. When he saw the fare was over 90 yuan, Cheng realized that without this cashback app, he would rather squeeze into the subway or ride a shared bike. Taking a taxi was a luxury for him. When he got home, the living room light was still on. The dining table was filled with KFC boxes of all sizes, each proudly displaying the KFC logo. Yueyue was sitting on the sofa, squeezing ketchup onto their daughter Mengmeng's food. "Daddy's back." When Mengmeng saw Cheng carrying his briefcase, she immediately bounced over and jumped into his arms. "Yeah, Daddy came back late." Cheng set down his briefcase and hugged his daughter tightly. "Daddy's so good. KFC is so yummy." She gave Cheng a quick kiss on the cheek. "Daddy, you must have spent a lot of money, huh? You didn't have to order so much, Mengmeng can't finish it all." "I just didn't want our Mengmeng to go hungry." "As long as you like it, don't worry about how much money Daddy spent." "Mengmeng, it's getting late. Go brush your teeth and get to bed. You have school tomorrow." Before Cheng could speak more to his daughter, Yueyue walked over and took Mengmeng in her arms, carrying her to bed. "Cheng, come here. I need to talk to you." Yueyue gently closed the bedroom door and called Cheng to the balcony. "Did you order all this stuff?" She crossed her arms over her chest, interrogating him like a criminal. Cheng nodded. "Why did you order so much? Don't you know the rent is due soon? All that food, it must have cost at least 200, right? This is our living expenses for the whole week. Do you even realize what you're doing? I should have listened to my dad and had an abortion back then. Being with you is just suffering." Yeah, I. Don't say anything. Tomorrow morning, let us go to the Civil Affairs Bureau. We're getting a divorce." As she spoke, Yueyue's tears began to fall uncontrollably. She poured out her grievances and frustrations in her own way. Cheng saw his wife in this state and felt a pang of heartache. The suffering Yueyue had endured over the years was too much. They were originally university classmates, but during their passionate relationship, Yueyue had unexpectedly gotten pregnant. At the time, due to her special condition, if she had an abortion, she might never be able to have children again. So, she had to secretly take a leave of absence and had the child. But the truth couldn't be hidden forever. When Yueyue's family found out, they scolded her and kicked her out. When their child got a little older, Yueyue returned to finish her studies, but was subjected to judgment and rumors from classmates. She delayed her graduation and dedicated herself to staying home and taking care of the child, tirelessly helping Cheng manage household affairs. As the child grew older, Yueyue also started working part-time jobs to make ends meet. For the past 5 years, Yueyue's life had been just as difficult as Cheng's. "If the child wants to eat, then just buy it for her," Cheng said gently, wanting to comfort Yueyue, but she slapped his hand away. "Don't touch me." Yeah, what's going on? If we really get divorced, what happens to Mengmeng? My dad's found me a job in the government back home. It's 2,200 yuan a month, no exam required. I'll take the child back and raise her. At least she won't go hungry, and when the lease is up, you can move to a smaller place, or even share with someone. It won't be so much pressure. Did Dad contact you again? Don't call him Dad. He has never acknowledged you as a son-in-law. Yueyue was crying like a willow in the rain, with tears falling one after another. Seeing his wife like this, Cheng felt deeply ashamed. Cheng understood that Yueyue didn't really want a divorce. It was just that life had been too hard lately, and the pressure had been overwhelming. He could understand her emotional breakdown. Yeah, don't worry about the rent. I'll transfer the money to you now." Cheng immediately transferred 3,500 yuan to Yueyue's account. This was the tenfold cashback from his KFC order. Yueyue's brows furrowed when she saw the transfer. "Where did you get this money from?" Cheng smiled and said, "The company finally paid the bonus they owed. It's a little, but it's better than nothing." Yueyue's expression softened. Sometimes, a small amount of money could really save a person. And sometimes, a few thousand yuan could save a marriage, a family. Woo. Daddy. Mengmeng suddenly pushed open the balcony door, ran in crying, and threw herself at Cheng's legs. "Daddy, are you divorcing Mommy? You don't want Mengmeng anymore, right? Daddy, don't divorce Mommy." I won't eat KFC anymore. Woo woo. Su Cheng and Jiangyu exchanged a glance, both with mixed feelings in their hearts. Meng Meng, be a good girl and go to bed. Mommy didn't say she wants to divorce daddy. Yeah, Meng Meng, how could daddy not want you and mommy? Chapter 3, Why Yell at the Child? After a long struggle, Jiangyu finally managed to get their daughter, Meng Meng, to sleep. She no longer had the energy to argue with Su Cheng. You should go to bed too, it's already late. You have to get up early tomorrow, she said. You can sleep on the sofa tonight. I just got Meng Meng to sleep, and I don't want her waking up if you snore. Let me have some quiet time too, to think things over. Su Cheng gave a bitter smile. Isn't Meng Meng supposed to have a parent-teacher meeting tomorrow afternoon? I'll come with you, Su Cheng added. These years, he hadn't been able to spend much time with his wife and daughter. Taking their daughter to and from school was always Jiangyu's job, and he didn't even know where Meng Meng's kindergarten was. He had been so consumed by work at Company B that he barely had time for his family. He hadn't made much money either, and was on the verge of burning himself out. Tomorrow morning, I'll take you and Meng Meng to the mall to shop. In the afternoon, we'll go to the kindergarten together. Jiangyu hesitated for a moment. Aren't you going to the company tomorrow? I can go by myself. I'll take a leave of absence tomorrow. You can still take a leave. Last time when Meng Meng had a fever, you couldn't even take one, Jiangyu said with a sour expression. Su Cheng remembered that incident well and felt deeply guilty whenever it came to mind. He quickly sent a message to his manager, Yang Wan, asking for the day off. Yang Wan quickly approved. See? I've got it approved. That easy. Jiangyu was somewhat surprised. Well, okay. I'll rest now. After Jiangyu returned to their bedroom, Su Cheng lay down on the sofa, thinking about his relationship with his wife and daughter, and how to make more money using the cashback app. Suddenly, the bedroom door opened again. Jiangyu stood in the doorway in her pajamas, tossing a blanket over to Su Cheng. It's cold, don't catch a chill. She shut the door tightly after throwing the blanket. A warm current flowed through Su Cheng's heart. The next morning, when Meng Meng found out Su Cheng would be accompanying her to the mall, her face lit up with excitement. Really? Daddy's going to take me shopping. I'm so happy. Meng Meng, how many times have I told you not to talk while eating? Swallow your food first. Jiangyu scolded sternly. Why yell at the child like that? Su Cheng shot a glance at her. At a large shopping mall in Xianqin. Daddy, I want ice cream. Daddy, I want this cake. Daddy, this fruit looks delicious. While shopping, Su Cheng answered every one of Meng Meng's requests. Anything his daughter wanted to eat or buy, he paid for it without hesitation. The cashback messages on his phone kept coming in one after another. In just half an hour, Su Cheng had already received over 3,000 yuan in cashback. Others spend money while shopping. Su Cheng made money while shopping. The feeling was incredible. Not only did he get to spend time with his family, but he also earned money. Mommy, why are you upset? Daddy hasn't gone out with us in so long. Mommy, please smile. Meng Meng, holding an ice cream in her left hand and skewered meat in her right, happily tried to cheer Jiangyu up. I'm not upset, I'm happy. But you should eat a little less, or you'll get a stomachache later. Jiangyu squatted down, smiling as she pinched Meng Meng's cheek. Turning to Su Cheng, Jiangyu whispered, it's only the beginning of the month, and you're spending so much. How are we going to afford food this month? Honey, you're not divorcing me after all. Su Cheng whispered, joking. Jiangyu shot him a fierce glare. Well, you're eating alone anyway, so you won't spend too much, she muttered under her breath. She was still angry with Su Cheng, but a slip of the tongue had let her say something she didn't mean. Jiangyu didn't want to be won over by just a few hundred yuan from him. She was after Su Cheng's money. If she were, she wouldn't have spent 5 years living a frugal life with him. What she wanted was for him to spend more time with her and their daughter. Nothing more. As the family of 3 passed a women's clothing store, Meng Meng suddenly stopped. Her chubby little hands were pressed against the display window, and her eyes were fixed longingly on a lamb fleece coat behind the glass. Meng Meng, why aren't you walking? Jiangyu bent down and asked patiently. Meng Meng, this is for adults, not for kids. Let us go. But then Meng Meng said something that pierced both Su Cheng's and Jiangyu's hearts. Mommy, this coat is so pretty. You would look so good in it. Su Cheng and Jiangyu exchanged glances. Su Cheng immediately said, I think it's nice too. Why don't you try it on? Jiangyu quickly shook her head. Clothes like those, displayed prominently in the window, were usually the store's top seasonal styles, new arrivals, or flagship items. They would definitely be expensive. Given their current financial situation, there was no way they could afford that. Come on, just try it on. It won't cost anything, Su Cheng urged. A sales associate, seeing the family standing outside, quickly walked over with a big smile. Madam, this is our store's popular autumn collection. This style is perfect for your body type. Come in and try it on. Before Jiangyu could respond, the sales associate, a woman in her 40s with rich experience, called into the store. Xiao Li, bring an S size for this lady. Su Cheng and Meng Meng also encouraged her to try it on. In the end, Jiangyu walked into the store's fitting room to try the clothes. When she came out after changing, she stood in front of a large mirror, looking at herself over and over again. Jiangyu's hidden love for beauty was finally brought out. Jiangyu was fair-skinned and beautiful, with a height of 168 centimeters, well-proportioned, with delicate features and bright eyes. Her jawline was sharp, and she looked as stunning as a Taiwanese or Hong Kong celebrity. In college, she had been the campus beauty, with suitors lining up one after another. Mommy, you look so pretty. Meng Meng exclaimed from the side. Madam, your figure is incredible. You look even better than our models. The sales associate praised as she adjusted the collar, smiling. Jiangyu felt the same. The cut and style were perfect for her. But what mattered most to her was Su Cheng's opinion. What do you think? Jiangyu asked nonchalantly, pretending not to care. It's great. This coat makes you look even more beautiful. Su Cheng complimented. Jiangyu huffed. Still the same old sweet talker. How much is this coat? Su Cheng asked the sales associate. The associate knew the price well but pretended to check the price tag. Sir, this coat is on sale. She started typing on the calculator. With a 25% discount, plus our store's promotion, it's 2,499 yuan. Would you like me to wrap it up for you? Upon hearing the price, Jiangyu immediately paled. Chapter 4. How much bonus did you give out? Jiangyu hurriedly took off the clothes and returned them to the shopping guide. 2,499. This is the discounted price. How can she afford this? The family of 3 depends entirely on Su Cheng's salary for their livelihood. A piece of clothing costs 2/3 of their salary, which is far beyond their spending power. If he had known it was so expensive, Jiangyu would not have come in to try it, so as to avoid embarrassment for everyone. Beauty, would you like me to pack it for you? The salesperson asked with a smile. No, Su Cheng, Meng Meng, let's go. Jiangyu pulled Meng Meng and wanted to escape from this place quickly. Hearing Jiangyu's words, the shopping guide's face changed faster than turning a page of a book, with a vicious and speechless expression. Har har, if you don't have money, don't try it, you'll dirty our clothes. There was disdain in his tone. The shopping guide did not lower her voice because she wanted Su Cheng and Jiangyu to hear it. When Su Cheng heard this, he got angry. What do you mean? It's meaningless. You don't even have money to buy clothes for a woman. How do you do it as a man? No one would have expected that the salesperson who was smiling and welcoming customers 1 second ago would say such attacking words to customers the next second. Su Cheng was furious. In front of his wife and daughter, he cursed him for not being a man. How can I swallow this? This is actually one of the tricks that this shopping guide often uses. Judging from the way Su Cheng and Jiangyu were dressed, they didn't look like people who could afford this dress. Not to mention this one, even if it's the cheapest baseball cap, I'd probably have to hesitate for half an hour. But the method of provoking someone is always the most effective. Especially for a man like Su Cheng who has a family to support, as long as he is irritated, he will buy it, right? Who wouldn't want to slap someone in the face and vent their anger when they see someone like this? What she wants is to be slapped in the face, otherwise where would she get the commission? If everyone was as shameless as Su Cheng, she wouldn't have worked as a shopping guide. This trick has been tried and tested. Jiangyu observed the situation and saw that something was wrong, so he quickly stepped forward and said, "Su Cheng, let's go." Jiangyu forcibly pulled Su Cheng out. As the saying goes, money, courage, and power. If you don't have money in your pocket, you will be timid and afraid of getting into trouble. If you dress decently, your aura will be elevated and others will look at you with more respect. People like Su Cheng who wears tattered clothes, and Jiangyu who wears plain clothes, everyone would want to bully them. Since getting married, Jiangyu has never bought a new piece of clothing. Most of the hard-earned money was spent on rent. The two of them lived frugally and cut back on their expenses to squeeze out money for their daughter's milk powder, tuition, and other expenses. On weekdays, besides looking at the landlord's face, the neighbor's face, and the colleague's face. Now I have to look at the face of this worthless shopping guide like you? Why? If I follow Su Cheng, will I have to be such a coward for the rest of my life? It's not just about clothes. It is also about the dignity of both people. Standing in the aisle of the mall, Jiangyu comforted Su Cheng, "I'm fine, we agreed to just try it out, there's no need to buy it. I actually think that style is very ordinary. I don't really like it." The love in my eyes just now could not be hidden. Su Cheng could tell that Jiangyu was taking the initiative to give him a way out. "Wife, I've worked so hard for you over the past 5 years. I've never bought you any clothes. Don't refuse, let me buy it for you. Mom, you look so good in that. Let Dad buy it for you." Jiangyu's eyes were moist, and after Su Cheng's repeated persuasion, she finally acquiesced. At first she thought that Su Cheng was just too embarrassed to leave like that and didn't want to leave in such a cowardly manner. But those 2 sentences just now completely moved Jiangyu. Su Cheng is serious. He really wanted to save the relationship between the two and save the family. Su Cheng took Jiangyu and walked back into the women's clothing store. When the female shopping guide saw them, she immediately felt that the family of 3 was disgusting and was too lazy to pay any more attention to them. "Xiao Li, go over and take a look. Don't let them get our clothes dirty." She sent a young shopping guide over there, and she deliberately shouted very loudly just to disgust Su Cheng. Su Cheng knew that these physical stores often used some provocation tactics. This is perfect, as it saves him from having to change shopping guides and attribute the performance to that disgusting woman. "Hello, sir." Xiao Li walked over in a gentle and polite manner. "Pack up that piece of clothing for me," Su Cheng shouted decisively. After hearing this, the female shopping guide raised her eyebrows. She originally thought that Su Cheng came to quarrel with her and to cause trouble for the store and to make complaints. "I didn't expect that I would actually spend money to buy that dress." The female shopping guide must be regretting her decision. Why didn't she insist a little bit, and instead let Xiao Li pass? The commission that you had earned was just given away to an intern? She originally wanted to go over and try to keep him, but now it was too late to change her mind, so she could only give the commission of the dress to someone else. After paying the money, Su Cheng received a text message from the bank. "Your account number ending in 6554 received 24,990 yuan at 15:11 on September 25, and the balance is 29,596.3 yuan. Note, super online banking transfer. A piece of clothing. Direct cashback of 25,000. More than his half-year salary." The female shopping guide muttered something, secretly venting her dissatisfaction. "Just buy it, why are you yelling so loudly?" After picking up his clothes, Su Cheng left with his wife and daughter. "Mom, why aren't you happy even though Dad bought you new clothes?" the daughter asked, jumping up and down, puzzled. "Mom is not unhappy. Mom is very happy." Jiangyu responded with a smile. In fact, she was worried about the cost of living. Su Cheng spent all his money on food, drink and entertainment today, so what will they eat this month? Drink northwest wind? She didn't know how much bonus Su Cheng had received, and the rent might be only a part of it. "I'm glad Mom isn't unhappy. Dad. Meng Meng wants new clothes too. The kids in my class all say I'm a rag picker, and they don't want to play with me. Over the years, my daughter has been wearing old and torn clothes that others don't want, and has never bought a new piece of clothing. This is not Su Cheng and Jiangyu's fault. Eating becomes a problem every month, I really have no money. But now it's different. Clothing? Then why not just buy it? Okay, Dad will buy it for you. Pick out whatever clothes you want and Dad will pay for it." He tilde thank you, Dad." When my daughter heard that she could buy new clothes, she immediately jumped for joy and her face was filled with happiness. Cheng, how much bonus did you give out? Cheng smiled wickedly. It's not much, but it's enough for our family of 3 to have a comfortable standard of living. Also, you are not allowed to return that dress. I know what you are thinking. If you quit, I will turn against you. Chapter 5. Meng, you bought new clothes. Cheng continued to pick out a piece of clothing that her daughter Meng liked. Oh, that's enough, I've spent enough today. If you don't leave now, you'll miss your daughter's parent-teacher meeting. Finally, under Jiangyu's insistence, the family of 3 left the mall. I randomly found a restaurant to eat at noon, and went to the kindergarten immediately in the afternoon to attend my daughter's parent-teacher meeting. As soon as she entered the kindergarten, several children immediately surrounded my daughter. Meng, did you buy new clothes? Wow, Meng, your dress is so beautiful. Did your mother buy it for you? Meng smiled and replied, my parents bought it for me. It looks good, doesn't it? Is your father here too? Meng, which one is your father? Meng pointed at Cheng outside the window and said, that handsome man is my dad. Meng, this is the first time I meet your father. Meng, your dad is so handsome. Cheng and Jiangyu were outside watching their daughter playing with some other kids and discussing the new clothes and shoes they had bought today. Jiangyu didn't know that a new set of clothes could bring so much joy to their child. If she had known this earlier, she would not have persuaded Cheng anymore. The children have suffered a lot in recent years. We seldom eat meat at home, and we can't afford milk. We have to think for a long time before eating 2 eggs. If you look at it alone, you can't see anything. But when you put him together with other children of the same age, you can see the clues. The other children were all white and chubby, with rosy cheeks. Only my daughter Meng is fair-skinned, but lacks the healthy rosy complexion. The parent-teacher meeting was over in the afternoon. Meng, what do you want to eat tonight? Daddy will take you out to eat. Cheng asked embarrassedly. Dad, Meng wants to eat meat. You want to eat meat, right? Daddy will take you to eat some. Jiangyu stood in front of Cheng. It's only 4 o'clock. It's still early to finish lunch. Why don't you go back to the company and report in before coming back? Cheng was puzzled. It's okay, I took a day off today just to accompany you and Meng. How can that be possible? The parents' meeting is over, you have to report to the company and let the boss see your attitude, otherwise you will get such a huge bonus for nothing. Jiangyu was thinking only of Cheng and reminded him like a good wife. Cheng didn't know how to refute for a moment. With this cashback phone in my pocket, why would I need to go to any company? It won't be long before he can start his own company and be his own boss. However, I must never let my wife know about this phone and the cashback, otherwise I won't be able to explain myself clearly. Okay, I'll go over there then. Cheng finally agreed to return to the company. But he didn't go to report, but to pack his things. He doesn't want to stay in this crappy company for another day. While his daughter was not paying attention, Cheng secretly leaned close to Jiangyu's ear and whispered, Wife, you are not going to divorce me, are you? Jiangyu rolled his eyes at Cheng fiercely and said unhappily, HMPH, let's see how you perform. Women usually say this to show that they are almost done coaxing each other. Cheng smiled with relief, then turned around and touched the cute little head. Meng, Daddy has to go back to the company now. Can I let Mommy take you to eat meat? Meng raised her head, looked at Cheng innocently, and asked carefully, Okay, Dad, will you still come home late at night? No, Dad will be home when he's done with his work. You can wait for him at home, okay? Dad will watch Bunai Bears with you. Good. Cheng took a taxi to the company. Today, I spent the day eating, drinking and having fun with my wife and children, and easily received more than 30,000 yuan in cash back. With this kind of development, he would already be considered a wealthy man with a monthly income of 1 million and an annual salary of tens of millions. Cheng transferred another 5,200 yuan to Jiangyu so that she and her daughter could go out for something delicious. When I arrived at the company, I felt a sense of depression. The year he graduated, Cheng joined the company full of energy and ambition. But as time went on, his motivation declined. The reason is that there are big problems with the company's promotion system and personnel appointments. Cheng did not get a promotion or a raise for 5 whole years, while those employees who joined the company later than him and were not as capable as him were promoted one after another. It turned out that one of the two apprentices he had trained jumped to a foreign company to become a senior executive, while the other became his immediate superior. Children who have relatives or connections working in the company tend to be promoted faster than a rocket. For an employee like Cheng, who has no connections, doesn't know how to flatter, and only works hard and is full of enthusiasm, no matter how strong his business ability is, there is a limit. In 5 years, he was not even allowed to be a project manager, his salary was always in arrears, and the promised bonuses and benefits were all empty promises. Hey, look, why is Cheng packing his things? He didn't come to work today. I don't know what happened. Does anyone know? Oh, the 2 contracts that the vice president wanted yesterday weren't ready. When I came here this morning, I saw Manager Yang working in the office all night to rush them out. According to what you said, Cheng was fired by their vice president. Several women in the office were secretly discussing Cheng. Cheng overheard this conversation. But he ignored it and focused his attention on Yang Wan. I lost control of my emotions yesterday and quit my job. Yang Wan stayed up all night. Cheng felt a little bad. It was almost dinner time and the company wouldn't let people get off work until very late. So he opened his phone and ordered a takeaway for Yang Wan. In order to repay the favor, you can also swipe your card to get cash back. After ordering, Cheng sat at the desk and played with his mobile phone. He sent a message to Yang Wan, asking her to call him when she was done. Cheng was too lazy to go through the resignation procedure, it was not necessary. Soon, takeaway orders were placed at the door of Yang Wan's office one after another. Hey, Yuan, what time is it now? Has Manager Yang already ordered takeout? I guess I'll have to work overtime again tonight. The company has been very busy lately. It shouldn't be what Manager Yang ordered. I remember she doesn't have the habit of eating takeout. I guess it was someone else who ordered it. It should be Manager Wang. Look, there's milk tea, crayfish, and Japanese food. Only he has the talent to do this. It's possible. Hasn't he been pursuing Manager Yang? He brings breakfast and coffee every day and tries to please her in various ways. It's likely that he gave it to him. Before he could finish his words, Wang Kai appeared in everyone's sight, carrying 2 love lunch boxes. Wang Kai hummed a song and pretended to inspect their work, and intentionally or unintentionally strolled to the door of Yang Wan's office. But when he saw the large and small packages on the ground, he was immediately confused. Wang Kai knew that Yang Wan didn't usually eat takeout, so she brought food from home. He turned around and grabbed a colleague who was passing by. Hey, Xiao Li, what's going on? Who ordered this? Chapter 6. Who told you to order takeout at work? Xiao Li shook his head and walked away. When other people in the company saw this, they started whispering. Eh? Wasn't that what Manager Wang ordered? So, there are other people in our company who want to pursue Manager Yang. Needless to say, Manager Yang's looks and temperament are comparable to those of top actresses in Hong Kong and Taiwan. Which man wouldn't drool when seeing her? That's true. Yang Wan's appearance is the best in the entire company. Especially the temperament she exudes is incomparable to ordinary people. There are indeed quite a few male colleagues in the company who covet Yang Wan's beauty. But most people are self-aware and know that they are not worthy of Yang Wan in their current situation. Yang Wan has both good looks and abilities. How could you possibly look down upon a worker who only has a few $100s left in his pocket after receiving his salary every month? It's not even enough to treat people to a meal, let alone launch an offensive. There's no chance at all. Only someone like Wang Kai would dare to take action. Even Wang Kai started to ponder over it. Everyone in the company knew that he was pursuing Yang Wan. Who is so bold as to snatch a woman from him? Wang Kai saw several female colleagues whispering and asked, "What are you guys talking about secretly?" "Nothing, manager." "Do you know who ordered the takeaway outside Manager Yang's door?" "Have no idea." Wang Kai cleared his throat and shouted to his colleagues in the office, "I emphasize again that ordering takeout is not allowed during working hours. It's 6:30 now, and there are still 2.5 hours until the end of get-off work. Who told you to order takeout?" Wang Kai's voice is full of energy. No one dared to speak out after this reprimand, and the entire department fell into silence. Wang Kai sneered in his heart. He. You have the courage to order takeout, but not the courage to admit it. If he stood up at this moment, Wen Kai would still respect him a little. He doesn't even dare to admit it and can only shrink back in fear. There is no need for Wen Kai to take this rival in love to heart. Yang Wan also looked down on this kind of man. When Wen Kai's eye swept over Su Cheng, he found an expression of disapproval on his face. Others are busy with their work diligently. Even if it is pretended, it looks pretty good. On the other hand, Su Cheng. He had an indifferent expression and was playing with his phone with his head down. When Wen Kai saw this, the little flame in his heart exploded and rushed to the top of his head. He angrily walked to the table where Su Cheng was and pounded the table with his fist. Su Cheng, what are you doing during working hours? Unexpectedly, Su Cheng didn't even raise his eyelids, let alone pay any attention to Wen Kai. Su Cheng's silence made Wen Kai even angrier. The few hammer blows just now attracted the attention of everyone in the office. What happened to Su Cheng today? I don't know. Ever since he came into the company today, I felt that something was wrong with him, but I couldn't tell what it was. I guess he's not working in the company anymore. Let's get a kick out of Wen Kai. This idiot bullies us all the time. Keep your voice down. Anyway, there's a good show to watch today. In the company, seniority is the basis of rank, and Su Cheng joined the company 3 years earlier than Wen Kai. The ability is there, and the qualifications are also there. But it just can't go up. Why? There are many people like Wen Kai who have connections in the company. Some time ago, the boss had clearly talked to him and asked him to be the project manager. But in the end, he was defeated by Wen Kai. For no other reason. That's because Wen Kai's uncle is the company's vice president. This kind of inside information can be hidden from others, but not from Su Cheng. But even so, what can he do? He has no money and no power. After someone replaced his position, Su Cheng didn't dare to complain in the company and continue to be submissive, fearing that he would be targeted and even lose his job. But now, Su Cheng no longer needs to rely on the few dollars from the company to support his family. Without the family's financial problems, Su Cheng can stand tall. He no longer needs to indulge Wen Kai, nor does he need to worry about the unwritten rules in the workplace and be wary of others setting traps for him. Su Cheng. I'll follow. Bang. Su Cheng was too lazy to listen to Wen Kai anymore and just slammed the table and stood up. I ordered the takeaway, so what? Everyone who saw this scene was shocked. Su Cheng actually exploded. On weekdays, Su Cheng is always cautious and does things submissively. He dares not to make enemies with anyone and always greets people with a smile. It can be said that he is the honest man who was bullied. But now, he even dared to slam the table at his immediate boss Wen Kai. Today's show is getting better and better. No one dared to blink, for fear of missing the most exciting scene. Yoha! You are so majestic today. You didn't dare to admit it just now, but now you're saying it yourself, right? Su Cheng's reaction was beyond Wen Kai's expectations. Who would have thought that Su Cheng, who was usually as obedient as a rabbit and worked as hard as an ox or a horse, would actually have a furious day? Wen Kai had never seen Su Cheng get angry. He suddenly felt a little more interested. Okay, Su Cheng, then I'll settle the account for you. You were late for 1 day today, so 3 days' wages will be deducted, a total of 410 yuan. Just now, you violated Article 24 of the Employee Handbook, ordering takeout during working hours, and Article 65, playing with your phone during working hours. I will deduct another 5 days' salary from you, 683 yuan. In addition, according to Chapter 3, Article 4 of the Employee Handbook, the perfect attendance bonus for that month will be cancelled. The total deduction from salary is 1,093 yuan, and the full attendance bonus is 300 yuan. Wen Kai used the company's employee regulations to the extreme and directly deducted nearly half of Su Cheng's salary. You like to look cool, right? You like banging the table, right? And in front of so many people. If Wen Kai doesn't discipline Su Cheng, he won't be able to be the project manager in the future. Everyone couldn't help but gasp. Everyone's salary is about the same. After deducting 5 insurances and 1 fund, the total salary is only over 3,000 yuan. Wen Kai, on the other hand, simply deducted half of other people's wages. How can people live like this? Everyone knows that Su Cheng has a wife and children, and his family is supported entirely by his salary. He usually can't even afford a cup of milk tea. If the money is deducted, what will my wife and children eat next month? Drink northwest wind? Wang Kai's expression seemed to have told everyone. What Su Cheng's wife and children eat has nothing to do with him. Do whatever you want. Su Cheng glared at Wang Kai coldly. Wang Kai, did I kill your mother? Who are you going to do with a chicken feather as a token of authority? Wow. Su Cheng. How dare he talk to Wang Kai like that? It was the first time for everyone in the office to see Su Cheng get angry. They had to say. Very manly. Very majestic. Very domineering. Even Wang Kai was frightened by Su Cheng and subconsciously took 2 steps back, with his eyebrows raised in a reverse H shape. Chapter 7. How did they get together? Su Cheng continued to retort to Wang Kai. First of all, I asked Manager Yang for leave yesterday. Why are you deducting my salary? For more than half a month, I have been working from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day, and sometimes I work overtime until the early morning. I got a 300 yuan attendance bonus, and you just want to deduct it. Secondly, the company contract states that the end of get-off work time is 18:30. According to the labor contract signed by everyone can now go home to be with their families after get-off work. Not encouraging overtime is just a lie from the company, right? Su Cheng was rude to Wang Kai. He no longer needs to stay at his job and rely on the income to make a living, but he still has to speak his mind. Su Cheng was not trying to fight for some rights when he left his job, but to vent the humiliation he had suffered in the past 5 years. Not hysterical, but definitely mind-blowing. They said you are not allowed to order takeout, but you usually order more milk tea, desserts, coffee, and all kinds of snacks than anyone else. If you don't allow people to eat during work hours, then what are you holding in your hands? Is it the breast milk that your mother squeezed for you? Wang Kai, let me tell you, don't think that everyone is afraid of you just because your uncle is the vice president of the company. They are just polite to you on the surface. Everyone will say behind your back that you have no parents. Wow. Su Cheng's fierce, sharp and aggressive words immediately caused an uproar in the office. Su Cheng's words touched everyone's heart. In addition to the company's system, everyone in the office actually disagrees with Wang Kai, a manager who got promoted through connections and backdoors. Although they are polite on the surface, they maintain a good relationship between superiors and subordinates. But in fact, people always criticize Wang Kai behind his back for his double standards in his daily behavior. Not only does he often take the leader's trivial matters as orders, but he also adds layers of demands and makes harsh demands on his colleagues. Everyone has been unhappy with Wang Kai for a long time, but for various reasons, no one dared to confront Wang Kai face to face. They just endured it and the matter would pass. What Su Cheng did today made all the colleagues in the office excited. Su Cheng became what they always wanted to be but were afraid to be. A scum like Wang Kai should have been taught a lesson long ago. Wang Kai felt so ashamed after being criticized by Su Cheng. He was actually holding a lunchbox in his hands. But usually no one dared to say anything. Su Cheng, I didn't set the company's system. If you have any complaints, go to the vice president or the CEO, don't complain here. Besides, I got my position as a manager through hard work and dedication, not through connections or backdoors. Wang Kai was not willing to be outdone and responded with equally fierce words. But when he said the last sentence, it's not based on connections, a few chuckles were heard from the corner of the office. Who's laughing? Wang Kai turned around and scolded, and the laughter stopped abruptly. He didn't see who it was. Wang Kai, do you believe what you said? If it weren't for connections and backdoors, would you have become a manager? Just count them yourself. Who among you here is not more capable than you? Just grab a handful of them. Wang Kai was so embarrassed by Su Cheng's insult that he flew into a rage. Su Cheng, if you don't want to do this anymore, just say so. I just don't want to do it anymore, what's wrong? You look like a toad, and you still want to pursue Yang Wan, so stop dreaming, okay? Crunch. The door of Yang Wan's office was suddenly opened. What's going on? Why is it so noisy? Yang Wan stopped a passing employee and after learning about the situation, she looked at Su Cheng with disbelief on her face. When Wang Kai saw Yang Wan coming out, he ignored Su Cheng and ran over happily. Manager Yang, are you done? Yang Wan nodded. Not yet, what's going on with you guys? Why are you arguing? Manager Yang, it's okay. It's just a small matter. I can handle it. Wen Kai was like a pug, nodding and bowing in front of Yang Wan. I'm willing to try my best to sleep with a beautiful woman. Yang Wan lowered her head slightly, showing that she took it very seriously. She knew that Su Cheng had been in a bad mood these past 2 days and his wife was asking for a divorce, so she took a special leave today to spend time with her family. But she didn't expect that Su Cheng would report to the company today and have a big fight with his enemy Wen Kai. There is no need to think about it, it must be Wen Kai taking advantage of his power to bully others again. People say Su Cheng is usually like a timid rabbit. But even a rabbit will bite when it is angry. Manager Wang, with so many colleagues, you need to be careful about the impact. Yes, pay attention to the impact. Wen Kai responded with a smile, but didn't take it to heart at all. Then, he turned around and his expression changed. He looked vicious and yelled at Su Cheng, I see you have packed all your things. Hurry up and go to HR to follow the procedures and get out. Also, I want to remind you that if you resign, don't even think about getting a dime more from the company. Seeing this, Yang Wan immediately shouted, Manager Wang. I'm talking about you. Before you talk about others, stand up straight yourself. Yang Wan scolded. Wen Kai was confused. Is this talking about him? Aren't you scolding Su Cheng? What's going on? Many colleagues showed surprised expressions, and then they suddenly understood. They couldn't help but admire Yang Wan's brilliance. Wen Kai is the target of public anger, and she cannot possibly stand on Wen Kai's side and speak for him, or she will lose the support of the people in the company. It has little to do with Su Cheng himself. The relationship between Yang Wan and Wen Kai is actually just colleagues on the surface. She had clearly refused him many times, but Wen Kai still pestered her. Yang Wan didn't want to confront him, so she could only endure and avoid him. Today's sentence. It was simply that he had been unhappy with Wen Kai for a long time, and took advantage of Su Cheng's opportunity to slap Wen Kai hard in the face. Before Wen Kai could react, Su Cheng had already been called into the office by Yang Wan. Bang. Garba. The door was slammed shut and locked. Wen Kai's heart was in turmoil and his face was extremely red. He never dreamed that Yang Wan would embarrass him in public in front of so many people. It was a good thing that he got up 2 hours earlier today, made a bowl of beef rice, and brought it to the company for Yang Wan as dinner or midnight snack. Wen Kai felt like he was being ignored. He pursued Yang Wan relentlessly, but in the end he was left standing on his own. Damn it! Why? When did Yang Wan become so protective of Su Cheng? Are these two really related? Impossible. Su Cheng has already started a family and has a daughter who is a few years old. How could these two people be together? The constant sound of low laughter coming from his workstation made him feel even more ashamed. He could only roar helplessly to the people below. What are you laughing at? Is their work done? No one is allowed to leave until their work is completed today. Chapter 8. Where did the 5 million come from? Office. Yang Wan looked at Su Cheng calmly, as if nothing had happened. She cleaned the table as if nothing had happened and asked Su Cheng. Have you found a new home? Which one? Ju International or Langdao? The company where Su Cheng works mainly engages in maritime transportation. Ju International and Langdao are the two most famous and powerful companies in Xiancheng. The city of Xiancheng is close to the Xianjiang River and Luoyang River, and directly leads to the estuary of the Yangtze River. A small transportation company can make a net profit of tens of millions throughout the year, which is very profitable. Su Cheng shook his head, indicating that it was neither. He was simply unhappy with Wen Kai and was venting his emotions on him. But Yang Wan couldn't understand. In the common people's impression, Su Cheng has a family to support, and if he had not found a more suitable next home, he would not have challenged Wen Kai in person. Su Cheng originally thought that Yang Wan asked him to come into the office to criticize him for what he had just done. But Yang Wan didn't say a word and chatted with him instead. This left Su Cheng very confused. Seeing that Su Cheng was unwilling to speak, Yang Wan said, "Well, I'll give you a hint. I'm planning to resign recently." Su Cheng couldn't understand. Yang Wan resigned? Yes, starting a business. Yang Wan nodded affirmatively, not trying to trick Su Cheng. You should know that Yang Wan graduated from a 211 university and was recruited through campus recruitment. Although young, he joined the company earlier than anyone else. He is qualified and capable, and is highly appreciated by the boss. It can be said that she took up the position of manager smoothly without encountering any obstacles. The manager's salary is 3 times that of an ordinary employee, which means he or she gets more than 10,000 yuan after tax. Yang Wan devoted all her best years of youth to the company. Is it a bit irrational to quit at this time? There are problems with the company's system. You should know this better than anyone else. A company like this can't retain talent, and I'm also considering my own development prospects. We've grown attached to each other over time, but I have to leave. Yang Wan said helplessly. I've already given you the lowdown. Tell me the truth. Which company gave you the offer? What was the salary? Faced with Yang Wan's questions, Cheng really didn't know how to answer. Oh, I also plan to start a business. Are you also starting a business? Still in this field? Or are you switching to operations? Sue clarified, clearing her throat. An investor contacted me and gave me some startup capital. No, it's still in this business, maritime transportation. Cheng's answer was not groundless, nor was it made up on the spot. He actually had the idea of starting a business very early on, and he often did planning and coordination for this purpose. But helplessly, under the pressure of life, Cheng could only stay in the company for the time being. But he always had a lofty ambition in his heart. Even if you earn tens of millions a year, you are still a worker. Starting your own business and becoming your own boss is an asset that never fades. Cheng has a mysterious cell phone in his hand. Sincere Wallet can help him solve money problems. But, how long can this phone be used? Will it be possible that one day, it will suddenly lose its cashback function and become just an ordinary mobile phone again? Cheng must prepare for a rainy day. As long as the cashback function is still in place, he can solve the problem of lack of money for starting a business and build a business empire for himself. If his cell phone fails in the future, Cheng will still have assets in various places, and the company can bring him considerable income every year. Instead of using mobile phone to rebate, making a lot of money and running away. Yang Wan frowned. Cheng's abilities are obvious to everyone in the company. She originally planned to lobby and take Cheng away. Whether in terms of work experience or ability, Cheng will be a general of the company. But when Yang Wan heard Cheng's answer, she couldn't help but be shocked. Investor? Startup capital. Cheng can do it. He usually keeps quiet, but he actually managed to get the funds for starting a business. In her department, she is mainly responsible for projects, customer liaison and other work. The position itself allows one to come into contact with a large number of powerful clients. With Cheng's ability and experience, it is very easy for him to negotiate a fund. Yang Wan didn't suspect anything. How are your preparations going? It hasn't started yet, but the funding is in place. As the saying goes, food and supplies must be sent before troops move out. As long as the funds are in place, everything else will be easy. I'm also talking to 2 investors. Are you interested in working with us? We can talk. Did you order the takeaway at the door? How about you bring it in and we can eat and talk? Okay. Cheng stood up, unlocked the door, and brought the takeouts at the door to the table one by one. Wang Kai saw all of this behavior. What the hell? Cheng brought the takeaway in? Wang Kai was full of doubts and became even more anxious. Could it be that she is really in love with Cheng? This TM. Why? That guy is so lucky to have found a beautiful wife who is willing to live a hard life with him. Wang Kai had no idea what characteristics this boy had that attracted beautiful women. Even Yang Wan, who is very picky, could fall for Cheng. Grass. Wang Kai looked at the thermos lunchbox in his hand and became angrier the more he thought about it. Paralysis. He said he didn't want takeout, so he cooked it himself. Yang Wan refused repeatedly. Did you just eat the takeaway that Cheng ordered? Wang Kai looked at the thermos lunchbox in his hand and became angrier the more he thought about it. You're paralyzed. You don't want to eat it, right? I'll eat it myself. In the office. Why did you order so much takeout? 2 people can't finish it. Yang Wan was very confused. With Cheng's financial strength, it is simply unimaginable to order so many things at once. Su Cheng originally wanted to compensate Yueyue, but later he thought about spending more and getting more back, so he just ordered a little and that's all. Okay, let's have a good chat. Yueyue told Su Cheng about her business plan and explained the entire blueprint to Su Cheng clearly. Some of her ideas coincided with Su Cheng's. The two had a very pleasant chat and immediately made an appointment to go and meet Yueyue's two investors. Su Cheng, I know it's a bit presumptuous to ask this. Can you also tell me how much money you have raised? Is it reliable? Su Cheng thought for a moment and stretched out 5 fingers. 500,000. Su Cheng shook his head. 5 million. Su Cheng nodded. Yueyue was so shocked that she couldn't close her mouth. She contacted many clients and investors, and basically all of them were willing to provide 1 to 2 million in startup capital. Only the 2 investors she contacted at this time were willing to jointly invest 3.5 million. This was a price she had to settle on after a lot of effort and hard work. Su Cheng raised 5 million in funds without making any noise. Yueyue wanted to ask Su Cheng how he did it. The question just now was a bit over the line, so Yueyue could only suppress the doubts in her heart. How about this, are you free tomorrow night? Chapter 9. No matter who comes, it won't work. The company's vice president is Yueyue, who just turned 50 this year. He is one of the most senior people in the company, and even the boss doesn't dare to touch him easily. When Wang Kai saw Yueyue, he felt like he had seen his savior and immediately rushed over to ask for help. Uncle, something big happened in the company today. After listening to this, Yueyue frowned. Is there such a thing? Ordering takeout during work hours and openly challenging your boss. Although Wang Kai was indeed promoted to the position of manager by him. But Su Cheng said it openly, which meant he was wrong. In Yueyue's eyes, Su Cheng's behavior was not a protest, but a blatant contempt for his authority. If people like this are not properly dealt with, even if Su Cheng leaves in the future, there will be Li Cheng and Zhang Cheng who will continue to pop up. Their whole company was in chaos. Wait a minute, are you saying that Yueyue not only didn't help you, but also spoke for Su Cheng? What happened? Tell me in detail. After Wang Kai added some spice and vinegar, things had already changed. It directly turned into Su Cheng maliciously inciting the emotions of the company's employees. Where is Su Cheng? Where is he now? It's in Yueyue's office. Wang Kai said excitedly. As long as we go in now, we can catch Yueyue and Su Cheng in the act of secretly eating takeout in the office. When the time comes, Su Cheng will pack up and leave. Although Yueyue would not force her to resign, she would be removed from her current position. When the time comes, he will take over as project manager, and Yueyue will have no choice but to retreat to his current position of deputy manager. By then, wouldn't it be easy to use some tricks on Yueyue and make her submit? Wang Kai walked towards Yueyue's office with Yueyue, who had a serious face. It's just like a monkey leading a tiger that is about to get angry. Seeing this, many employees secretly thought that something was wrong. Wang Kai is Yueyue's nephew. Although Yueyue appears to be impartial in his work, he is actually very protective of his son. He particularly likes to use a business tone to take care of Wang Kai. Looking at Wang Kai's arrogant expression, you can tell that he must have complained about Su Cheng in front of Yueyue. Now these two people are definitely in trouble. Yueyue and Su Cheng were chatting happily in the office and had no idea what was going on outside. Using the company's tables, chairs, water and electricity, and talking about our own things. This is what a qualified worker is. Both of them are discussing starting a business, so why would they care about the company's system? Anyway, I won't be staying in this crappy company tomorrow. Love whoever you want. Bang. Wang Kai kicked the door open. Su Cheng. The vice president wants to talk to you. Yueyue stood up subconsciously and gave her seat to Yueyue. Yueyue sat at the table, looking at the large and small packages of takeout food, feeling a little confused. Ordered so much takeout. These things should cost at least 200 or 300, right? This doesn't seem like Su Cheng's way of spending money. Everyone can see how stingy Su Cheng is. When I go to a convenience store to buy things, I never ask for plastic bags. Even a $2 thumbtack had to be reimbursed by the finance department. Yueyue trusted his nephew very much and never had any suspicion towards him. Now that he said it, it must be true. Otherwise, Chen Weihong would definitely think it was Yang Wandian, and his handling method would change. Su Cheng, you don't seem to be in a very good mood at work recently. Did you have a conflict with Manager Wang again? What happened? Chen Weihong sat behind his desk, wanting to hear Su Cheng's explanation. You should know that ordering and eating takeout during work hours is not in compliance with company regulations and you should be punished accordingly. Chen Weihong paused while speaking and quickly glanced at Yang Wan beside him. This was not only referring to Su Cheng, but also criticizing Yang Wan. It is outrageous to join forces with subordinates to go against the deputy manager. Yang Wan is a manager, so she should be on the same page with Wang Kai. Why is she standing with Su Cheng? Su Cheng, if you still want to continue working in the company, then apologize to Manager Wang. Just pretend this incident never happened, and we will still be colleagues from now on. I know you didn't get promoted to deputy manager some time ago, and Wang Kai got promoted instead. I feel unbalanced because of this matter. I can assure you here that I had no involvement in this matter from beginning to end. Wang Kai got the position of deputy manager entirely through his own hard work. Besides, it won't hurt for you to practice more on the front line. You know, the market economy is not good now, and it's hard to find a job. Young people shouldn't be so impulsive, and think more about their wives and children. Chen Weihong came over and was obviously taking sides. He always spoke in favor of Wang Kai. He even talked about Su Cheng's wife and children. Looking at Wang Kai's arrogant expression standing beside them, you can tell what kind of people these two are. Su Cheng doesn't care whether he is the CEO or their vice president, his wife and daughter are always his bottom line. Su Cheng swept the water cup on the table and stood up. Par. The water glass broke into pieces. Bang! Chen Weihong, how dare you mention my wife and children? If you hadn't interfered, I would have been promoted a long time ago. You have no skills, but Puer is very good at it. The salary is more than 5 times that of our ordinary employees. What practical work do they do every day? It's either a foot massage or a bath. I won't fall for that. Seeing that Su Cheng refused to eat, Chen Weihong also became angry. He is the vice president of a company. No matter how much he talks, he can't handle it, right? Su Cheng. Don't refuse a toast and drink a forfeit. I'm here to deal with your mess to save your face. In the past, I would have told you to get out. You don't know what's good for you, do you? Chen Hongwei was not to be outdone. He slammed the table as well, stood up and angrily scolded Su Cheng. Wang Kai also added fuel to the fire, hoping that the world would not be in chaos. Su Cheng, how are you talking to Mr. Chen? Boss Chen, he is now like a mad dog, biting whoever he catches. Ignore him, just tell him to get lost. Yang Wan was secretly surprised. She knew that Su Cheng was angry. But unexpectedly, he didn't even give Chen Weihong face and just slammed the table. Having said that, Chen Weihong is a piece of shit as their vice president. Is this their way to handle things? No matter how you look at it, it seems like he is protecting his nephew, forcing Su Cheng to bow his head everywhere, and even speaking about Su Cheng's family. If it were her, she wouldn't be able to bear it either. But Yang Wan still reminded him, Su Cheng, let's talk properly, no need to bang the table. Har har, bullshit Mr. Chen, even if the boss is here today, I will still have the same attitude. Today, Su Cheng wanted to vent all the anger he had endured in the company over the past 5 years. No matter who comes, it won't work. Chapter 10. The boss shows up. Chen Weihong didn't expect that Su Cheng would be so angry today. Even he can't calm down. Not only did he dare to go against him, he even dared to slam the table in front of so many people. Originally, he thought that as long as he showed up, Su Cheng would naturally wilted. After all, Su Cheng still has to rely on this job to support his family. Without this job, what will Su Cheng's wife and children eat? How to pay the rent? What to do if water, electricity or fire breaks out? Their family of 3 relies on these 3,000 yuan to survive. It was indeed his plan that Su Cheng did not become deputy manager. Chen Weihong trusts Wang Kai very much and places him in the project department, which gives him even stronger control over the company. Moreover, the project department is the most profitable department in the entire company. If not Wang Kai, who should we arrange? Instead of using your own nephew, you use a young man like Su Cheng? Yang Wan originally wanted to persuade him, but after thinking it over carefully, she decided not to. Things have come to this point, there is no room for maneuver, and it will be of no use even if Su Cheng bows his head and surrenders now. Her idea was that everyone should just part ways in peace and there was no need to make things so ugly. In the future, she and Su Cheng's main entrepreneurial direction will still be shipping. The company is an established shipping company in this industry and may undertake the same project and develop cooperation in the future. Su Cheng's actions completely broke off relations with his old boss. Qian Weihong has been in this industry for many years and has made many friends. If he said something in the industry and joined forces with his peers to suppress Su Cheng and her, the company would have gone bankrupt before it even started. This is a move that is not worth the cost. But Su Cheng's current emotional state does not allow her to explain the interests involved. At this time, the more she persuaded, the stronger Su Cheng became. I can only wait for him to vent his emotions and then talk about it later. Wang Kai was also extremely surprised. He originally thought that if he invited his uncle over, Su Cheng would obediently surrender and apologize to him. But unexpectedly, Su Cheng not only ignored him, but even dared to slam the table in front of the company's vice president. Su Cheng, who is usually timid and fearful, seems like a different person today. Where does he get the confidence and self-confidence from? Outside the office. Everyone is no longer in working state, completely attracted by today's melon, and their minds are all focused on the office. I just got here. What's going on? I don't know. I just heard some crackling noises inside. I guess they've started arguing. Isn't Mr. Chen in there? Why are they still arguing? Su Cheng has really come a long way. He even dared to slam their vice president's desk. Mr. Chen is nothing. He only came out to speak for his nephew. That's right. Don't you know what kind of person Qian Weihong is? He will take sides if he goes in. Su Cheng has already risked everything today. He definitely doesn't take Qian Weihong seriously. It's really refreshing. I also want to slam the table at Qian Weihong. This idiot has no ability and plays tricks on me every day. Then go in. I support you. Forget it, forget it. I have to pay my mortgage next month. The video of Su Cheng and Wang Kai just now had been secretly recorded and posted in their small group. The video has a very high virality rate. Except for the company's official large group, it was spread almost everywhere in the small groups. People from other departments sneaked into the project department to watch the show. The project department's office area at this moment was like a general meeting, and everyone was having a lot of fun. I guess if the boss doesn't come, this matter won't be resolved today. As soon as the words fell, a man of medium build, dressed in a suit and leather shoes, wearing a white shirt, blue tie and black leather shoes, walked in. The expensive leather shoes on his feet made a clanging sound on the tiles. When everyone heard the sound of leather shoes, they immediately stopped chattering and got down to work. Fuck, who the hell is that? The boss actually came. The boss was alarmed. This melon is getting more and more delicious today. As soon as Zhang Qianmao entered the project department, he noticed something was wrong. The atmosphere in the entire department is not right, and no one is in the working state. In addition, Zhang Qianmao also discovered that there were many more people from other departments in the project department at this time. When he arrived, there was no place to sit, so I could only lie in front of my colleague's computer and pretend to discuss work. From time to time, someone would look up and steal a glance at him. What's going on? He came down mainly to look for Qian Weihong. Half an hour ago, Qian Weihong said he was going to the project department to inspect the work, but he still hasn't come in half an hour. Zhang Qianmao randomly pointed to an employee and went to the corridor to inquire about the situation. What happened today? Tell me everything. After hearing about the situation, Zhang Qianmao's expression was very complicated. How could such a thing happen? He knew Su Cheng, who had joined the company a long time ago. He has strong working ability and rich experience. As the general manager, Zhang Qianmao immediately thought that the emotional outburst might be caused by the incident with the deputy manager some time ago. Zhang Qianmao once participated in an interview with a big shot. There are two main reasons why employees leave. Or, the money was too little. Or, you feel wronged. Su Cheng has both of these qualities, so isn't it bound to get into trouble? Some time ago, Qian Weihong insisted very strongly that his nephew, who was always causing trouble but not accomplishing anything, be promoted to deputy manager. He was very opposed to it at the time, but there was nothing he could do. Now that's bad, something went wrong. Zhang Qianmao was very angry. Damn it, today he, the boss, has to clean up his mess. So many people outside saw what happened today. I guess the news has spread to large and small groups. Not only the project department, but probably hundreds of people in the entire company know about it. Many people know what kind of people Chen Weihong and Wang Kai are, but they don't say it out loud. If Su Cheng is not dealt with properly, employees will surely leave one after another in the future. Okay, you go back first. Zhang Qianmao tidied his clothes, walked back into the project department, and went straight to Yang Wan's office. The clatter of his leather shoes struck everyone's heart. Fuck, there's really something interesting to watch today. The deputy manager, vice president, and president are all in one office. Damn, I really want to go in and take a look. What are you doing in there? Are you going to get criticized? Even if I have to pay 500 yuan, I am willing to watch this show live. Mr. Zhang has come forward personally, and this matter has become a big deal. Family members, what do you think Mr. Zhang will do? I don't know. Mr. Zhang's mind is unpredictable. We will know later. Boom boom boom. After Zhang Qianmao knocked on the door, he pushed it open and walked in without waiting for the person inside to respond. Zhang Qianmao, the biggest boss in the company. Don't be fooled by the fact that he wears glasses and looks gentle on the surface. He can kill people without even blinking an eye. From starting from scratch to growing a company to several hundred people today, how could it be possible without some skill? Mr. Zhang, why are you here? Chapter 11. Mr. Zhang, why are you here? As soon as Wang Kai saw Zhang Qianmao, his face immediately brightened up. Mr. Zhang, why are you here? Wang Kai quickly moved a chair for Zhang Qianmao. Mr. Zhang, please sit down. Zhang Qianmao glanced at Wang Kai and said nothing. Mr. Tian, Secretary Liu said that he couldn't find you anywhere. He didn't expect you to hide here. Zhang Qianmao looked at Chen Weihong with a smile. Chen Weihong was not panicked at all, and responded with a smile, Mr. Zhang, I'm here to take care of some small matters. What's the matter? It's okay. I can handle this small matter. Mr. Zhang, you just go about your business. Chen Weihong wanted to persuade Zhang Qianmao to leave. With the company's boss here, it's difficult for him to do anything. I'm here now, let me handle it for you. Su Cheng, tell me, what's the matter? Zhang Qianmao actually came in knowing the situation, but he pretended not to know. Su Cheng didn't say anything. Yang Wan explained beside him, Mr. Zhang, it's actually nothing. Then, Yang Wan briefly explained the whole story. After listening to this, Zhang Qianmao hummed twice and nodded. It was pretty much what he knew. Zhang Qianmao's mind worked quickly and he soon came up with a solution. In this matter, we must first calm down Su Cheng and Yang Wan. Chen Weihong definitely cannot be given face today. Because Su Cheng represents the vast majority of grassroots employees. If he doesn't get treated well, no one else can expect it. The main purpose is to let others see the company's attitude. Mr. Zhang, this is roughly the situation. What do you think? Okay, I think I understand. Well, Manager Yang, you are a veteran employee of the company. You have worked hard for the company for so many years. Thank you for your hard work. Starting from next month, I will raise your salary to 20,000 yuan, and commission will be calculated separately. As for Su Cheng, I know Su Cheng. He is quite capable. He has fought for the company countless times over the years and has made great contributions. He should have been arranged long ago. I was on a business trip in Singapore when I got my last promotion, and I forgot to tell HR. So, starting tomorrow, you will take over Wang Kai's position as deputy manager, and your salary and benefits will be the same as Manager Yang's. What do you think? Zhang Qianmao did not directly give the results of the handling. But what he said and did clearly showed that he was on Su Cheng's side. Not only did he give Yang Wan a raise, he also arranged for Su Cheng to be the deputy manager, and his salary increased several times. Apart from that, he also removed himself from the conversation implicitly. The fact that Su Cheng didn't become the deputy manager has nothing to do with me. I was in Singapore at that time. It was all done by the vice president next door. Wang Kai stood nearby, looking confused. Su Cheng took over his position as deputy manager? Mr. Zhang. Mr. Zhang, what about me? You should go to the finance department. Lao Peng just resigned, so you can take over as the director. Zhang Qianmao handled the problem calmly. Finance department. Wang Kai cursed in his heart. The entire finance department is filled with Zhang Qianmao's people. No one spoils him there. Even though he is the director, he doesn't actually have much power. If I really go to the finance department, wouldn't I have to be like a little wife, always paying attention to the dozens of eyes on Zhang Qianmao? He knew Zhang Qianmao. I caught your weakness, but I didn't know how to use it. It's like a knife hanging over your head. You don't know when it will fall. You don't even know when and where Zhang Qianmao will stab you with this knife. Qian Weihong knew Zhang Qianmao's methods. After all, they had worked together for so many years. After all, he is the company's boss and has worked his way up step by step. If this is true, then my nephew might hold me back in the future. Zhang Qianmao is so damn calculating. It was clearly Su Cheng's problem, but he could take this opportunity to deliberately suppress Qian Weihong. Faced with Zhang Qianmao's arrangement, Wang Kai didn't dare to say anything, but Qian Weihong was the first to jump out and object. Mr. Zhang, I'm afraid this arrangement is not appropriate. Why is it inappropriate? Tell me. If Su Cheng is assigned to the position of deputy manager, other employees will definitely follow suit and argue with their superiors every day for promotions and salary increases. By then, will the company still be able to have peace? Mr. Zhang, you have to be careful. Of course Zhang Qianmao knows the pros and cons. But Su Cheng didn't even think about getting a promotion or a raise, he just wanted to vent his anger. Others will not easily follow suit. Besides, you two bully others all the time. If Su Cheng's salary is not raised, I guess no one will even make a fuss, and they will just resign collectively and leave. How will the company carry out its business next? Such a big company suddenly lost dozens of people. How will the company carry out its business in the future? What do customers think of them? What will investors think? Is there a big problem in the company? If all the customers, investors and employees are scared away at once, can this company continue to operate? Zhang Qianmao is better at considering the overall situation than Qian Weihong. Qian Weihong has a narrow vision, and this is all he can achieve in this life. Which one to start with? Su Cheng works diligently and has fought countless battles for the company. This is what he deserves. Zhang Qianmao angrily rebuked Qian Weihong. The majesty of the superior immediately stunned the entire audience. At this time, even Qian Weihong had to put away his claws. It is not allowed for employees to talk back to their superiors in any company or on any occasion. But Zhang Qianmao had to appease his employees. Su Cheng's behavior is irrational and immature. After the matter is over, Zhang Qianmao can settle the score. No one will be able to gossip then. Su Cheng, do you feel satisfied with this arrangement? If you have any special requirements, please tell the company. Faced with such generous conditions, Wang Kai, Qian Hongwei, and even Zhang Qianmao all thought that Su Cheng would accept it without hesitation, and would express gratitude to Zhang Qianmao for his cultivation. Su Cheng just shook his head gently. No. I have packed my things and will leave the company today. Su Cheng's reaction surprised everyone. With such generous conditions, shouldn't I agree like a lapdog? Su Cheng actually refused. Why? Su Cheng, don't go too far. Boss Zhang has already arranged it this way, what else do you want? Don't be so shameless. Wang Kai was so angry that he started cursing. Zhang Qianmao also frowned, and he tacitly agreed with what Wang Kai said. What does Su Cheng want to do? Har, forget about being a deputy manager, I wouldn't even want a deputy general manager position. I won't serve you anymore. After Su Cheng finished speaking, he walked away, leaving Wang Kai, Qian Weihong and Zhang Qianmao in a daze. Su Cheng walked out of the office, feeling an unprecedented sense of satisfaction. Talking like this to the vice president and the CEO was something he had imagined countless times before, but had never dared to do. It feels so good. Chapter 12. It's nice to have money. Walking in the project department's office area, Su Cheng discovered that the number of people in the project department was 2 or 3 times more than before. Many people from other departments were also watching. They looked at Su Cheng with smiles on their faces and gave him thumbs up. He slammed the table at their vice president and gave the boss a cold look. Like Su Cheng, this was something they had fantasized about countless times in their minds but had never dared to do. In fact, facing oppression and exploitation from superiors. These people don't even dare to fart. Not to mention slamming the table in front of their vice president. There are many reasons for this. Mortgage, car loan, living expenses, baby milk powder money, etc. etc. Su Cheng suddenly discovered. As long as you have money, 99% of the troubles and stress in life can be solved. Su Cheng left the invisible cage in a graceful manner amid applause and cheers. He didn't even want the things he had packed. Feeling relaxed, Wen Kai walked out of the office angrily and yelled at everyone. Everyone who cheered and applauded just now will be fined 200. Wen Kai originally wanted to help the boss calm the situation, but he didn't expect that this suppression would not bring peace, but instead arouse more protests. Why do you deduct 200 from us? Your family owns the company? You can deduct the money just because you want to. That's right, why are you deducting our money? We earned our money through hard work and overtime, it's not given to us by the company for free. Zhang Qianmao walked out with a gloomy face. I never expected this. He is a company boss, but he can be humiliated in front of Su Cheng. Zhang Qianmao didn't say anything, but the expression on his face was like an invisible sword hanging on everyone's neck. Many employees in the project department shut up obediently because of this sharp look. The law does not hold everyone responsible. They were just encouraged by Su Cheng, and relying on their numbers, they dared to protest against Wen Kai, who was not convinced by the majority. But who would dare to act rashly in front of the boss? After all, they are not Su Cheng. They are carrying too much pressure and dare not give up their job easily. Zhang Qianmao forced a smile on his face. Wen Kai is such an idiot. Why the hell are you still messing around here? Do you think the trouble you made today isn't enough? Is there something wrong with your brain? Why did I let a fool like Wen Kai join the company in the first place? Grass. Wen Kai, what right do you have to deduct everyone's money? Which company rule do you follow? Come on, tell me. Everybody watch carefully. The bad guy is Wen Kai, and it was his own decision to deduct the money. It has nothing to do with me, Zhang Qianmao. Not only does it not matter, I will punish him severely. When Wen Kai heard this, he was stunned. He then realized that he had said the wrong thing. Qian Weihong next to him sighed helplessly. In front of so many people, including Zhang Qianmao, he couldn't save himself even if he wanted to. Mr. Zhang, I actually. Okay, you don't have to explain. You'll report to the finance department later. Zhang Qianmao faced the many employees with a smile. Thank you for your hard work today. This way, if you are tired today or have something to do at home, you can go back and take care of your own affairs and go back to rest. Zhang Qianmao had no other choice but to give everyone a day off on the spot. Everyone dared to move. Seeing this, Yang Wan also stepped forward to help. Boss Zhang has said so, then everyone should put down their work in their hands and go back to rest first. With Yang Wan's endorsement, everyone started to move. Thank you, Mr. Zhang. Thank you, Mr. Zhang. After Zhang Qianmao left, everyone did not disperse, but gathered in groups to discuss Su Cheng. Fuck, Su Cheng is really awesome. Sacrifice him for the happiness of all of us. How can you talk like that? How can this be called a sacrifice? I don't know where Su Cheng got such courage. I think Su Cheng should have found another employer and sought better employment. That shouldn't be the case. I've applied to more than a dozen companies, but I didn't even make it to the interview stage. Can you compete with Su Cheng? Su Cheng dared to slam the table in front of the boss. Do you dare? I really don't dare to do that. I just want to say that the industry has been in a downturn recently. With Su Cheng's ability and qualifications, he should have been promoted long ago. Not to mention deputy manager, even manager, I think he is qualified. That's great. I wonder which company has poached him. That's right, didn't you hear it? Mr. Zhang offered Su Cheng a monthly salary of 20,000 yuan, but he refused. He must have gone to another company. I'll send Su Cheng a message tonight to find out. If it doesn't work out, I won't stay in this crappy company anymore. Yang Wan has been observing Su Cheng's every word and action today. She suddenly felt that Su Cheng seemed like a different person. Especially the back view of Su Cheng leaving the company just now. Cool. Relief. It also reveals a momentum of continuous attack. What Su Cheng did today really opened her eyes and changed her previous impression of Su Cheng. What kind of man is he if he is always a coward? In today's incident, although Su Cheng was impulsive, his actions were a bit out of line. But his words revealed a surge of emotion. There is an inexplicable firmness and confidence in his eyes. In other words, Su Cheng is not afraid of breaking up with Zhang Qianmao and Qian Weihong. Even if they become competitors in the future, I am not afraid at all. It seems that he is really ready. Get ready to start a business and make it big. Yang Wan and Su Cheng have been working on the front line. We have a large amount of customer resources at our disposal. As long as we get the company started, we can make a profit on the first day. Yang Wan had no intention of submitting her resignation documents. She planned to stay in the company for a few more days. Starting a company requires more than just capital. Still need manpower. Traditional recruitment methods are too troublesome and may not necessarily recruit talented people. Yang Wan just heard that someone also wanted to change jobs with Su Cheng. Doesn't this solve the recruitment issue? Although it is a bit unethical to poach employees from your old employer. However, if a company can retain its employees, will it still be afraid of others poaching them? If the benefits, treatment and salary are all at everyone's ideal level, who would want to change jobs? From now on, the company will change from being a host to being a competitor of her and Su Cheng. Competitors have more means at their disposal than just poaching. While she is still in the company these days, it would be a waste not to dig into her corner. Yang Wan is usually strict, but she is quite popular in the department, and can even be said to be very good. Many employees have a good relationship with her and will tell her without reservation any grievances or things that happened. Yang Wan herself also has some subordinates whom she trusts, who are capable and experienced. If they can be brought over, the new company will be able to get into normal operation soon. Xiao Zhang, Xiao Peng, Xiao Liu, the three of you don't leave yet, come to my office. Close the door. I have something to talk to you three about. Chapter 13, Dad's cooking is so delicious. Mom. Dad is back. Meng heard the sound of the key turning and ran to the door excitedly. Su Cheng was carrying large and small plastic bags. As soon as she entered the door, Meng rushed over and hugged Su Cheng's thighs. Dad. Did you buy Meng some delicious food again? Yes. Buy something delicious for Meng. Su Cheng squatted down with a smile and kissed his daughter on the face. Jiangyu heard the noise and came out. Why are you back so early today? Seeing the large and small bags in Su Cheng's hands, Jiangyu couldn't help but ask, why did you buy so many things? Hot stew, cooked meat, side dishes, fruit, fried chicken, grilled wings, milk tea. Su Cheng handed them to Jiangyu one by one. Spending money indiscriminately again, buying so much, we can't finish it. A trace of embarrassment flashed across Jiangyu's face. Su Cheng didn't respond. Looking at the empty living room and coffee table at home, he couldn't help but ask, eh? I transferred the money to you this afternoon so that you could buy something for your home. Why didn't you buy anything? I bought it. What did you buy? I bought some milk and apples and put them in the refrigerator for Meng to drink. Su Cheng glanced at the box of mengniu in the kitchen and a few apples in the refrigerator, and couldn't help shaking his head. In the afternoon, Su Cheng transferred a sum of money to Jiangyu and clearly told her to use the money to buy some nutritional supplements and buy whatever was needed at home. But Jiangyu had a very hard time following him all these years. I dare not spend money. Su Cheng couldn't help feeling a pang of pain in his heart. Forget it, it will be fine after Jiangyu gets used to it. All right. You two go watch some TV. I'll cook for you today and make you something delicious. Su Cheng rolled up his sleeves and began to wash the beef shank he had bought. Wow. Dad, will you cook for Meng yourself today? Meng licked her lips subconsciously, and a gleam of light flashed in her eyes. Yes, Meng, does she like the food her father cooks? Su Cheng asked with a smile. I love it. Meng hasn't eaten the food cooked by her dad in a long time. Jiangyu stood by the sink very consciously, picked up the side dishes and lettuce and started washing them. Meng, go watch TV for a while. Mom and Dad will call you when dinner is ready. Good. Su Cheng's performance over the past 2 days was far beyond Jiang Yu's expectations. It's not because he spends money like crazy. Instead, he took the initiative to go into the kitchen and cook for the mother and daughter, which made her feel very gratified. In Su Cheng's heart, at least she and her daughter are still there. But Jiang Yu had more and more doubts in his mind. Why did Su Cheng suddenly become so extravagant? Normally, their family spends every penny carefully. Nowadays, a random meal would cost 1 or 200, or even 2 or 300. This level of consumption is not something they can afford. After Jiang Yu sent her daughter away, she began to ask Su Cheng, "Su Cheng, tell me honestly, where did you get so much money? Did the company really give out bonuses?" When Su Cheng heard Jiang Yu asking this, he was definitely a little bit skeptical. He could only make up another white lie. "You discovered all this, but it's not. Where did your money come from? Did you borrow it?" Jiang Yu immediately became very excited. "Sure, keep your voice down." Su Cheng turned around and glanced at his daughter who was watching TV. Fortunately, he did not disturb her. "Su Cheng, tell me the truth. I wanted to give you a surprise, but now that I've come to this, I'll tell you." Su Cheng said that he was spotted by another company and was offered a high salary to be a manager. As for the unpleasant things that happened in the company today, Su Cheng didn't mention a word. Real. Jiang Yu opened his eyes wide, his face full of disbelief. "Why would I lie to you? Guess how much they charged me." "How many?" Su Cheng stretched out 2 fingers. 20,000. "Oh my god." Jiang Yu covered her mouth excitedly. 20,000 yuan, compared to Su Cheng's original salary level, it has increased several times. Yes, this is the amount left after paying taxes and deducting 5 social insurances and 1 housing fund. Su Cheng curled his lips. What kind of company is this? Could it be a scam? Is it local? Don't be fooled by those agents who work illegally abroad. They eat meat and don't spit out bones. Su Cheng rolled his eyes at Jiang Yu. Why, you just don't trust your husband? The local company is still engaged in shipping. Where's the address? Jiang Yu asked. Well, it's a new company, and it's still in preparation. Su Cheng explained. Very good. Everything will be fine after everything has gone wrong. I knew our situation wouldn't always be this bad. When Jiang Yu heard the news that Su Cheng got a promotion and a raise, her face was filled with joy and her happiness was beyond words. It will take a while. The dining table was filled with plates of all sizes. Meng, is it delicious? Delicious, delicious. Dad made this delicious. Which one is better, the one cooked by Dad or the one cooked by Mom? Su Cheng gave Jiang Yu a malicious look. Meng thought about this question for a while. Everything made by Mom and Dad is delicious. Night. Dad, why are you sleeping on the sofa again? Why don't you sleep with Mom? Meng grows slowly and now is only slightly taller than the sofa. When Jiang Yu heard this, he ran over and said, Meng, Daddy has other things to do tonight, can we not disturb him? Su Cheng smiled bitterly. There is still a gap in the relationship between him and Jiang Yu, and they still haven't been able to sleep in the same bed. Su Cheng had no choice but to continue speaking according to Jiang Yu's words. Yes, Meng, Daddy still has to deal with some work tonight, you go to bed first. Okay? Good night, Dad. Go to bed early. Boo Tilder. Meng kissed Su Cheng on the face again. After lights out. Su Cheng lay on the sofa and looked at the ceiling. In the afternoon, he expressed his idea of starting a business to Yang Wan and said that he had raised 5 million yuan in funding. If you want to get 5 million, you have to spend at least 500,000 on women to get the cash back. But who should we spend this money on? Su Cheng took out the old cell phone again and looked through the address book list in detail. Behind each name, there is a percentage value, representing their favorability towards Su Cheng. His daughter Su Xiameng's favorability rating is 99%. My wife Jiang Yu's favorability rating is 95%. Although Jiang Yu is at odds with him now, his favorability is still very high. After all, we have been through thick and thin together for 5 years and have accumulated a lot of feelings that can't just collapse. Women whose favorability reaches 100% will no longer receive cash back. Buy a house for your daughter? Or buy a house for your wife? No, they will definitely get suspicious. Su Cheng continued to read. Yang Wan. Favorability, 60%. Got it. Chapter 14. How dare you bully my daughter? Morning. Su Cheng opened his sleepy eyes and washed up in a daze. He made a detailed plan last night on how to turn the more than 30,000 yuan he had into a 7-digit amount through cashback. While eating breakfast, Su Cheng noticed that Meng Meng looked a little depressed. She only ate half of the egg on the plate and lost interest in eating anymore. Meng Meng, eat quickly. After you finish eating, Mom will send you to school. Meng Meng symbolically pokes it twice with chopsticks. Su Cheng also asked, Meng Meng, why don't you eat? Eat your meal well, and when you get out of school, Daddy will take you for ice cream. Dad, can I not go to school today? Meng Meng pouted, as if she had something to say. Not going to school? What's wrong? Didn't you sleep well last night? Or are you feeling unwell? No. Why is that? I just don't want to go. Meng Meng lowered her head, her face clearly showing a very depressed mood. It was obvious that something had happened and that was why she didn't want to go to school. Yueyue was watching from the side, and was almost dying of anxiety. I was fine before, why do I suddenly not want to go to school? No, you have to go. Yueyue criticized harshly. Su Cheng winked at Yueyue, asking her not to speak for the time being. Child. You have to coax her here. If I force my daughter to go to school, what if something really happens? Meng Meng, tell Daddy why you don't want to go to school. Su Cheng hunched over. The daughter didn't say anything. Instead, she jumped off the stool, threw herself into Su Cheng's arms, and burst into tears. Woo 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 woo. Seeing this, the couple looked very confused. Meng Meng has always been very well behaved. It's impossible to cry just because you don't want to go to school. Something must have happened. Meng Meng, don't cry, Daddy is here. Tell Dad what happened. Su Cheng and Yueyue asked for a long time before Meng Meng stammered and told the truth. Some kids bullied me. They said that my father, who attended the parent-teacher conference yesterday, was rented by my mother for 50 yuan. They also said my clothes were stolen from the mall. Listening to his daughter crying in his arms, Su Cheng's chest was gradually wet with tears. He couldn't help but get furious, with a fire of rage burning in his heart. What? Is there such a thing? It's okay, Dad will take you to kindergarten today. Yueyue heard this and quickly stopped him. A bunch of kids, what are you doing there? Aren't you going to work at the new company? Su Cheng was furious. We must find their parents and ask them clearly, and then take them back home and educate them properly. Yueyue still disagreed with Su Cheng sending Meng Meng to kindergarten. The teacher also told other kids not to play with me and told them to play with kids like Tiantian, Lei and Xiamai. She also said I was a wild child. Boom! Su Cheng felt like someone had detonated a grenade next to his ear. Kindergarten teacher. Wild child. How could they say such things? Su Cheng felt that he had to go today. If necessary, transfer your daughter to another school. When Yueyue heard this, he and Su Cheng felt very angry. Kindergarten teacher, how can you say such a thing? It's incredible. Don't be afraid, Meng Meng. Daddy will accompany you to school today, okay? Well. I won't be afraid as long as my dad accompanies me to school. Meng Meng nodded with sobs. Come to kindergarten. Along the way, Yueyue's anger disappeared by half. When entering the park, Yueyue called Su Cheng again. Su Cheng, why don't you just go and do your work while I communicate with their teacher? I'm already here. I want to see what kind of teachers and classmates they are. Su Cheng held Meng Meng in his arms and walked straight into the kindergarten. Yueyue looked at Su Cheng's back, and her eyes became moist in an instant. As a mother, she was very angry when she heard that her daughter was being bullied. Her maternal instinct made her protect her daughter instinctively. But Su Cheng, as a father, was even more furious. She hurried after him. It is the morning rush hour and many parents come to send their children to kindergarten. Su Cheng held Meng Meng's little hand and said, Meng Meng, go show Dad who said your dad was rented and who said your clothes were stolen. Meng Meng walked weakly in front of the children, but her delicate little hands were rubbing their clothes tightly and she didn't dare to point. She looked at Su Cheng with tender eyes. Su Cheng understood instantly. It must be these kids. Siamai, please stand aside. R. Why? Wild Boy is behind you. Oh my god. Har 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 har. Several other girls in the class were teasing Siamai. They feel ashamed to be close to Meng Meng, and it is even a joke in their mouths. Wild Boy, didn't you say you wouldn't come to school today? That's it, coward. I'm not a wild child, and I'm not a coward. Meng Meng shouted at them with red eyes. You are not a wild child, where did your father come from? Is there any need to ask? It must be rented. Har 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 har. Cheng stood outside the window, watching his daughter being bullied through the glass, the veins on his face throbbing. Really? There is a reason why my daughter doesn't want to come to school. She didn't lie. He and Jiangyu had just entered the classroom and hadn't even left when they were bullied. Cheng, a grown man, felt extremely uncomfortable. Not to mention a little girl who was still in kindergarten. At such a young age, he actually did such a thing. What will happen to him when he grows up? Cheng rushed in immediately and stood behind his daughter. Who are you calling a wild child? Where are your parents? Call them over. Cheng's appearance immediately scared the little girls so much that they scattered and hid behind their desks. The class was silent, with all the focus on Cheng and Meng Meng. Siamai? You forgot your water cup in the car. Cheng remembered the name Siamai. She was one of the classmates who took the lead in bullying my daughter. The woman who brought a water cup to Siamai must be her parent. But before Cheng could speak, Siamai, who was hiding behind the desk, burst into tears. Wow, mom, someone is bullying me. R. The expression on the woman holding the pink water cup immediately became extremely ugly. Siamai, don't cry, mommy is here. The woman quickly squatted down, gently stroked Siamai's head, and kissed her on the forehead. That's him. Woohoo! Meng Meng bullied me yesterday, and today she brought her father to bully me and even beat me. Cheng was stunned as he listened. This little girl. He confuses right and wrong and doesn't even stutter. The dirty water was thrown on Cheng and his daughter one after another. If you don't know, you might think they did something wrong. Who are you? How dare you bully my daughter? Chapter 15, Black and White. Liu Ting is not tall, probably only about 160 centimeters tall. She was wearing a tight skirt and black stockings underneath. Her face was delicately made up, with long eyelashes stuck on, making her look a little scary. Liu Ting put her hands on her waist and angrily asked Cheng why he bullied her daughter. Different from Jiangyu. Jiangyu protects her daughter out of her natural maternal instinct and her strong sense of responsibility. Liu Ting wanted to hold Cheng accountable without asking any questions and just listen to the one-sided story of a little girl. Is there something wrong with your brain? Liu Ting was furious. Siamai is the only daughter in her family. She is afraid that she will melt if she holds her in her mouth, and afraid that she will fall if she holds her in her hands. A jewel in the palm of your hand. When family members talk to Siamai, they always speak in a gentle and soft voice and never dare to yell at her. Cheng, on the other hand, yelled at her daughter and made her cry. If I hadn't come back to bring her the cup of water, my daughter would have definitely been bullied. Your child called my daughter a wild child and said that I was her rented father, and told other children not to play with my daughter. Can you please ask clearly first? Cheng looked at Liu Ting coldly. Mom, I didn't. Did you hear me? My daughter didn't do what you said. Just one sentence anyway. Her daughter couldn't lie. If there is a mistake, it must be Cheng's fault, it must be Siamai's fault. Her daughter Siamai is the victim. Do you understand education? If you don't know how to educate your daughter, I will do it for you. Cheng was full of confidence, and in order to protect his daughter, he did his best to demonstrate the dignity of a man and a father. You, what did you say? Do you still want to hit someone? Dear parents and friends, please don't leave, come and see. How dare a grown man bully us, mother and daughter? You have to make the decision for us. Liu Ting ran out of the classroom with a crying voice like a shrew, shouting and making a fuss in the corridor, attracting the attention of many parents. A large group of people immediately gathered outside the door, including those from our class and other classes. All of them were parents who came to send their children to school. Then, Liu Ting made another call and cried and complained to the other end. Hubby! Come here quickly, something big has happened to Siamai and me. Someone wants to beat up Xiaomai and me. Yes, 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 I'm at the kindergarten, come here quickly. Hang up the phone. Liu Ting immediately put away her pitiful look, and then fiercely threatened Su Cheng. Come on, try to touch me today. Don't leave today, you're done for. Su Cheng sneered. Now he understood why Xiaomai was so shameless and tried to put the blame on him. He learned all this from his mother, Liu Ting, and her daughter. One big and one small. None of them are good. I really don't know how such a person can live to such an old age. All princesses in castles. Ruthless and unreasonable. Su Cheng felt that there was absolutely no way he could communicate with someone like Liu Ting. Seeing Liu Ting's frustrated look, several parents who didn't know what was going on stood out from the crowd and walked to Liu Ting's side to comfort her. Forget it, Ting Ting, don't bother with this kind of person. Don't be too angry, we all saw what he just did. That's right, there's no need to get angry with this kind of person, let's cool down. How can you, a grown man, yell at a little girl? That's right, the little girl is not even as tall as your legs, you are too cowardly, aren't you? Why, just because we are female parents, you are going to bully us at will? Trash. Everyone, stop him and don't let him go. Some parents who were unaware of the truth immediately blocked the front and back doors of the classroom. I have to say, Liu Ting has a strong ability to mobilize the emotions of the masses. Not only did she turn the tables and confuse right and wrong, but she also turned it into her strength. Su Cheng, Jiangyu and Meng Meng, a family of 3, were suddenly pushed to the forefront. At this time, a pretty young woman, about 165 centimeters tall, with a neat ponytail walked in. What's going on? Xiaomai's parents, what happened? This person is the cute kindergarten teacher Jiang Xiaoyi. Su Cheng met her at the parent-teacher meeting yesterday. After listening to Liu Ting's exaggerated complaint, Jiang Xiaoyi was completely stunned. She looked at Su Cheng in surprise. Jiang Xiaoyi vaguely remembered Su Cheng's face. She had seen him at the parent-teacher meeting yesterday. I've seen it, but I don't know much about it. I didn't expect that this handsome and innocent-looking man would do such a thing. You are Xiaoming's father, right? I think what you did was wrong. It has a very bad influence on the children in the class. How can a grown man go to the classroom and yell at the kids? Xiaoming's parents, I demand that you apologize to Xiaomai and Ms. Liu Ting immediately. Su Cheng saw it. This teacher is also biased. He stood there without saying a word. Just by listening to Liu Ting's exaggerated description, he and Meng Meng were convicted. Su Cheng didn't understand. Why is this happening? Jiangyu also looked unhappy. She didn't expect that things would get to this point today. What I didn't expect was that this parent would be so arrogant and unreasonable. Even the kindergarten teachers only listened to one side of the story. As soon as my daughter entered the classroom, her classmates pointed at her nose and called her a wild child. How could she and Su Cheng, as parents, bear to see this? Su Cheng originally hoped that the kindergarten teacher would handle the matter fairly. But I didn't expect that she was also this kind of person. How on earth do you become a teacher? Have you put all the education you've attended, the books you've read, and the oaths you've taken into your stomach? Su Cheng had heard about it from his daughter on their way here. When entering the class, the children will be asked to fill out a family situation form. Parents are required to write down clearly what their jobs are, how much their monthly salary is, what car their family drives, and where they live. Then the teacher divided these children into several groups, eliminated those 3 no children, and asked other children to play more with people like Lei, Tian, and Xiaomai. As for what is a 3 no child, it means a child whose family has no money, no power, and no background. Living in a village in the city or in an old and dilapidated house. Since the teacher got involved in this matter, how could the other children not dare to listen? These children are naturally isolated. Su Cheng didn't believe it at first and thought that a kindergarten teacher would not do such a thing. After seeing it again today, Su Cheng finally believed it. This is how I act in front of the kids. Su Cheng found it completely unreasonable. He has made up his mind to transfer Meng Meng to another school. If a teacher like this teaches his daughter, sooner or later she will become a snob and a fence-sitter. Is this how you act as a teacher? R. Chapter 16. Let's make it clear. After Su Cheng told this story, everyone in the audience was stunned. Teacher Jiang, is what he just said true? Teacher Jiang, please say something. Teacher Jiang, if these things are true, then we need to have a good talk. Jiang Xiaoyi never expected that Su Cheng would actually reveal this matter. A panicked look appeared on her face. Immediately afterwards, Jiang Xiaoyi vehemently denied it. How is that possible? Parents, listen to me. As teachers, how could we teach children to do such things? I don't know where Xiameng's father heard this from. I can guarantee that something like this will never happen in our kindergarten, and it will never happen in our class. The emotions of the parents who were surrounding the group calmed down a little. But at this moment, Liu Ting jumped out again. It's true, what's wrong? You guys are so poor, why do you get to play with us kids from rich families? I'm just leaving it at that. This is the suggestion I made to teacher Jiang. You guys don't accept. If you don't accept, then transfer to another school. If you ask me, if you don't have the ability, don't send your child to a private kindergarten. It's hard to feed and drink your child every day. Do you think it's possible to give your child the best education? It takes 3 years to learn good things, and 3 days to learn bad things. I don't want our Xiamai to be led astray by people like you. What's wrong with isolating you? Is this kind of private kindergarten a place for children from low-income families like you to stay? You have no strength, so you deserve to be isolated. Liu Ting was filled with indignation and delivered an impassioned speech. Little did she know that she had already aroused public anger. After hearing these words, kindergarten teacher Jiang Xiaoyi began to tremble unconsciously. She looked at Liu Ting with hatred. Can these words be said openly? Jiang Xiaoyi had just been vehemently denying it, swearing that such a situation could not exist. I just finished saying this and you jumped out. You are such a stupid teammate. Are you a fool, doing this in front of so many parents? What a great backstab. The expressions on every parent's face were very strange. Their features revealed a powerful anger. They never imagined that their children, who were ignorant of the world and still growing up, would be treated differently. And it was initiated by parents. Is it a big deal to have a few stinky books? No wonder my son told me at home that no kids in his class wanted to play with him. My daughter also told me about this. I thought she had some conflict with her classmates, so she specially gave teacher Jiang a set of brand name cosmetics, and that was how it was resolved. You've given one before. I gave her a set of Estee Lauder skincare products. The parents began to talk about it. This news was like a bomb, it was exposed all at once. These ignorant parents are usually busy with work and have little time to look after their children, let alone pay attention to their children's physical and mental health. They prefer to entrust their children to the care of teachers. Some parents often give gifts to teachers, just hoping that they can help when their children are bullied by other children. Unexpectedly, all these bullying and isolation were caused by Jiang Xiaoyi. The purpose is to receive red envelopes and gifts from parents. In fact, parents have already noticed this phenomenon. For those who are able, arrangements have been made to transfer their children to other kindergartens. Those who have no ability can only suffer. If I bring this up myself, what will happen to my children at school? Now someone has taken the lead and exposed this matter. Then there is nothing to be afraid of. Let us go to the kindergarten to seek an explanation. No, you must give us an explanation. I won't be attending work today, I'll just deal with this. This is a disguised form of soliciting bribes. I'm going to report this to the Education Bureau. When Liu Ting saw this situation, she panicked. How did she know that Jiang Xiaoyi had done so many things behind her back? Liu Ting's family is not short of money, and she often gives gifts to Jiang Xiaoyi. But how did she know that Jiang Xiaoyi would take the initiative to find other people and ask for it in this way? Grandma, I don't want to go to school anymore, woo-woo. A little boy cried and threw himself into the arms of an elderly lady. Liang, why? The old man asked kindly. My legs hurt. The old lady frowned and an ugly expression immediately appeared on her face. She took off her grandson's pants in public. A bruise the size of a palm appeared in front of everyone. Liang, who did this? After his bruises were seen, the boy named Liang cried even louder. Liang didn't dare to speak or identify, he just turned his head towards Jiang Xiaoyi. Jiang, teacher Jiang, you. The old lady was so anxious that she couldn't speak. Her pupils instantly dilated several times, her expression twitched, she covered her chest, and suddenly fainted. Grandmother. Fuck, the old lady fainted. Everyone, give the old lady some breathing space, don't get so close. Call 120 immediately. Call 120, call the police. Jiang Xiaoyi felt frightened and her whole body was shaking, with cold sweat on her back. This matter is no longer a dispute between two children. This is child abuse. If anything went wrong with the old lady, she, a college student who had just graduated as a kindergarten teacher, would definitely be held responsible. Looking at so many excited parents, Jiang Xiaoyi wanted to slip away first. But she was stopped by the quick-witted parents. Teacher Jiang wants to leave. Don't leave. Explain the situation clearly. I didn't want to leave. I was going out to call 120. Jiang Xiaoyi was caught in the act and could only pretend to call the emergency number. We've called the ambulance and the police, just stay here. The ambulance came in and several enthusiastic parents worked together to carry the old lady away. When Liu Ting saw this scene, she felt that things were getting serious. She originally thought that Jiang Xiaoyi had only accepted some gifts and would at most be punished. But now, child abuse still happens. This matter has directly risen to the level of a criminal offense. If it is really confirmed, he will be sentenced directly. If someone died, given Jiang Xiaoyi's nature, she might bite her like a mad dog and say that it was her who ordered it. Liu Ting felt that something was wrong and hurriedly wanted to distance herself from Jiang Xiaoyi. She might be able to avoid getting involved in this incident before the police arrive. Liu Ting. Jiang Xiaoyi. I have recorded what you just said with my phone. There is no way you can deny it. You two should make things clear today, otherwise you won't be able to leave. Chapter 17. You must give us an explanation. At present, the parents are very emotional and are surrounding Liu Ting and Jiang Xiaoyi like buckets. The two women were so frightened that they were forced into a corner. When the principal of the kindergarten heard about the news, he immediately took the director and several other comrades from the leadership team to find out what happened. The director is here. Why should our children be isolated and discriminated against? Are you and Jiang Xiaoyi teaming up to bully our child? Is this situation only happening in our class, or does it happen in other classes as well? Is this the whole kindergarten's atmosphere, from the small classes to the big classes? This is horrible. You must give us an explanation today. Many parents are checking on their children. You don't know until you check, and you'll be shocked when you do. Su Cheng and Jiang Yu hurried to check on Meng Meng. Luckily their daughter was fine. But other parents are not so lucky. Some parents were already furious and extremely emotional, claiming to pick a fight with Jiang Xiaoyi. When the director and others saw this scene, they were stunned. Abuse? Deliberately isolating classmates? The teacher accepts gifts in disguise. Their headmaster was stunned. He originally wanted to explain, but in the face of all the bruises and scars, he had no basis for explanation. Their head teacher glared fiercely at Jiang Xiaoyi and Liu Ting, who were in the corner. Jiang Xiaoyi seems to be a very honest and kind person. How could they do such a heinous thing? How could you do that to a child? Parents don't care. For the children, anything can be done. They all rushed forward and forced the director back many steps. Some rational male compatriots tried their best to stop these parents. Parents and friends, please ask clearly first. It will be disadvantageous for us if so many people rashly attack two female lesbians. At this time, a camouflaged Land Rover parked in front of the kindergarten. Four fat men came down from the car. They rushed into the classroom with cold expressions and wearing black sunglasses. Husband! Liu Ting suddenly shouted. She was like a drowning person who grabbed a life-saving straw. Liu Ting's husband is Yang Daong, the head of a local demolition company. What are you doing? Stop it! Yang Daong stood at the door, followed by four brothers, and roared in a very powerful and domineering manner. He wanted to use his momentum to directly suppress the situation. Let me see who dares to touch my wife. I'll chop his hand off. But Yang Daong really didn't understand the situation. Even the kindergarten principal stepped in, but it was useless. They don't even care about their husband of a parent. Everyone was already very excited. Yang Daong's behavior was like pouring another bucket of oil on a raging fire. It may be very useful in normal times. But at this critical juncture, it can only have a counterproductive effect. Jiang Xiaoyi's husband. Mafia, huh? You're paralyzed. If you can't hit a female comrade, can't you and I hit each other? Beat him? Yang Dayong's pride lasted less than 3 seconds before he was immediately surrounded by parents and beaten up. The situation was not brought under control until the police arrived. Su Cheng and Jiang Yu had already been pushed out of the door and became outsiders. The two looked at each other, totally unsure of what to do. At this time, Su Cheng's cell phone suddenly rang. It was Yang Wan calling. Yang Wan asked Su Cheng if he was busy, and if so, he would go with her to look at the sites of several companies. Su Cheng said he was a little busy at the moment and would call back later. After hanging up the phone, Jiang Yu said, "I don't think this problem can be solved in a short time. I'll be fine here. I'll go back to the bureau with them to take a statement or something. Go ahead and do whatever you want." Su Cheng glanced at the crowd. There were several video recording cars downstairs, and even media reporters had arrived. This matter cannot be covered up, and no one will do anything about it. "Okay, I'll trouble you to keep an eye on it here." "Yeah, it's okay." The two came downstairs. "Meng, Dad has something to do, so I'm leaving first. You and Mommy stay here. You have to listen to your mother and be good Tilder." Su Cheng touched the cute little head. "Yeah, Meng will definitely listen to me. This matter is not trivial. Child abuse has risen to the level of a criminal offense. Coupled with the exposure of the news media, this matter will soon gain huge attention. Shrews like Liu Ting and Jiang Xiaoyi will not have a good ending. Maybe you will have to spend a few years in jail." After leaving the kindergarten, Su Cheng took a taxi and went to meet Yang Wan at the entrance of Durun building. "Su Cheng, what's wrong with your face? Did you drink?" Yang Wan saw that Su Cheng's face was red, as if he had just drunk 2 bottles of Yueyue. Su Cheng touched his face and found it was indeed a little hot. But it wasn't because of drinking. It was probably because he had just condemned Liu Ting and Jiang Xiaoyi in the kindergarten. Starlight Kindergarten. "I passed by when I came here just now, and there were several news reporting vehicles parked at the door, and even the special police were there." Su Cheng briefly explained the situation. "It's all right now. The police are here. Jiang Yu is watching over there. It can't be handled in a short time, so I came out. All right. There are a bunch of bad apples in the teaching team. It's time to clean them up. Come on, I'll show you 2 office buildings that I like." Led by the property staff, the two entered Durun building. When looking at the office building, Yang Wan told Su Cheng about Zhang Qianmao's plan to reorganize the company after Su Cheng left. "Are you still in the company? Haven't you resigned?" Su Cheng asked curiously. "Well, I'll do it in a few days. There are several employees in our department who also want to change jobs. I'm talking to them right now." Yang Wan gave Su Cheng a look that showed she understood. Of course Su Cheng understood. It's poaching. This was not considered a morally corrupt act in his eyes. To start a company, you definitely need manpower. If possible, Su Cheng would like to poach all the talented and morally competent people from his old employer. This solves the problem of recruitment interviews and talent demand. "Well, that's great. You can do whatever you want." In the morning, the two looked at several office buildings, but were not satisfied with any of them. Su Cheng's absent-mindedness caught Yang Wan's attention. "I've seen a few sets. What do you think? Are there any you like?" "Oh, that's good. I don't understand these things. Just watch and see." Su Cheng didn't think about that at all. All he was thinking about was how to get cash back from Yang Wan. Chapter 18, 10 times cash back at a fine dining restaurant. While walking around the office building, Su Cheng secretly took out the old smartphone and looked at the address book again. Yang Wan's favorability towards him has increased to 65 points. In other words, she still has a great chance of getting cash back. Why don't we just stop here first and find a place to eat, and then go somewhere else in the afternoon? Yang Wan saw that Su Cheng was absent-minded and thought that he was not satisfied with the place, so she took the initiative to bring it up. "Have a meal." "Yes. You can get cash back when you eat. If you just go to a high-end restaurant, wouldn't you be able to spend tens of thousands of dollars on a meal?" "Okay." Su Cheng agreed. The two hailed a taxi and arrived at Wanjie Plaza. "Just eat here." Su Cheng pointed to a luxuriously decorated restaurant. Su Cheng had specifically searched for this restaurant on the review website. It was one of the most expensive high-end restaurants in Xianxin, with an average cost of at least 4 figures per person. Yang Wan frowned. Dio restaurant. She came here to eat once last time when she met up with friends. It tastes very good. But it's also very expensive. They went AA, and each contributed about 1,000 or 2. Could it be that Su Cheng doesn't know the prices here? Let's just eat something casually, this place is a bit expensive. Yang Wan didn't want to embarrass Su Cheng. She knew Su Cheng's family situation and that he had a wife and children to support, so she took the initiative to suggest that they go eat grilled cold noodles on the roadside. The most expensive one is only 20 yuan. But Su Cheng would not agree. He chose this place specifically because he wanted to get cash back. Damn, how much can you spend on cold noodles on the roadside? No. I haven't formally apologized to you for what happened that night. Besides, aren't you going to meet your 2 investors tonight? Let's just celebrate the success of the negotiation by holding a celebration banquet in advance. Su Cheng tried his best to persuade Yang Wan and finally brought her in. As soon as they entered the door, they were greeted by a young and beautiful waitress who took Su Cheng and others to the table. The economy of Xianxin is still very developed. The average per capita consumption at Dio restaurant is over 4 figures, but once the restaurant arrives at 9 o'clock, it is basically impossible to find a seat. The men were dressed brightly and elegantly, and from time to time they would raise their wrists, inadvertently revealing their watches. The women were dressed very charmingly, with earrings, necklaces and rings, and their Louis Vuitton and Hermes bags were placed in the most conspicuous positions. There are still many rich people. Mr. and Madam, what would you like to eat? Give her the menu. Manager Yang, just order whatever you want to eat. You don't have to save money for me. And order my portion as well. Su Cheng said with a smile. All right. Yang Wan looked at the menu and didn't know what to order for a moment. Any appetizer here costs hundreds of dollars. She didn't know how Su Cheng had made a fortune recently. Yang Wan ordered the dishes very carefully, but even so, the total cost of these dishes would have to be 4 figures. Look and see what else you want to eat. Su Cheng took the menu and took a look at it. Why don't you order some wine? You'd better stop drinking. Have you forgotten that we have things to do in the afternoon? Yang Wan wouldn't order any wine here, it's too expensive. She could only use the excuse that she had to meet with investors in the afternoon and was afraid of delaying things. Su Cheng felt it was a pity. Any bottle of wine here costs 2 to 3,000. In Su Cheng's eyes, this is 20 or 30,000. Okay, add 2 more desserts, that's it. Su Cheng added and handed the menu back. Yes sir, please wait a moment. Tell me about your 2 investors. Yang Wan nodded and began to focus on introducing the 2 investors tonight. A man and a woman. One of them is called Lu Liangji, who is in his 30s. His family is in the coal business, and now he wants to start his own business. The other one is Wu Yufang, who just celebrated her 30th birthday some time ago. She is the general manager of a private equity fund and a good friend of Lu Liangji. Yang Wan then explained in detail how she met them and her impressions of these 2 people. If we can't come to an agreement tonight, it doesn't matter. I have saved nearly $100 in the past 2 years and plan to buy an apartment in Xianxin. If we can't come to an agreement, I can actually take out this money first. Yang Wan has expressed her utmost sincerity and her determination to start a business. Su Cheng felt that it would definitely be successful if he started a company with someone like Yang Wan. However, Su Cheng did not express his opinion immediately, but just nodded. This meal costs about 3,000 yuan. After paying the bill, Su Cheng received the cash back. Your account number ending in 6554 received 33,354 yuan at 23:25 on September 24th, and the balance is 67,668.3 yuan. Note, super online banking transfer. Got more than 30,000. Su Cheng looked at the bank text message and was inexplicably excited for a while. How much is it? I'll give it to you. Yang Wan said as she opened the transfer page. Su Cheng hurriedly dissuaded him. No, it's my treat. How can I let you pay for it? My eldest lady. If Yang Wan paid the money, the cashback would have to be taken back. Under Su Cheng's insistence, Yang Wan finally put her phone back. Yang Wan was becoming more and more strange. Su Cheng suddenly seemed like a different person. Their way of speaking, consumption habits, they were completely different from the Su Cheng she knew before. She even wondered if this was Su Cheng himself. In the afternoon, Yang Wan took Su Cheng to take a look at several other office buildings. Around evening, Yang Wan received a call from Lu Liangji. Boss Lu asked us if we were free now and asked us to go to Yulong Pavilion to find them. Royal Dragon Pavilion. Isn't this a bathing place? Doing business in a place like this? You don't understand this, do you? It's easiest to negotiate business in a place like this. Su Cheng really didn't know what was going on here. Okay, let's go. Chapter 19. How much can you offer? Royal Dragon Pavilion. Led by Yang Wan, Su Cheng walked into the lounge. A man in a bathrobe with his chest open was sitting on the sofa. He has thick eyebrows, big eyes, a high nose bridge, regular and three-dimensional facial features, and a tall and thin figure. Even wearing a bathrobe, it couldn't conceal his shrewd, capable and wealthy temperament. Manager Yang, you're here so quickly. When Lu Liangji saw Yang Wan and Su Cheng, he stood up and greeted them with a smile. Hello, Mr. Lu. Let me introduce you. This is Su Cheng. Su Cheng and Lu Liangji shook hands. Mr. Lu, where is Mr. Wu? Yang Wan asked. She's still inside and hasn't come out yet. As women age, their sexual needs become stronger. You dragged me to the bath center in broad daylight. Let's sit down and wait for her. As soon as their words fell, a woman in a bathrobe walked in. Who said something bad about me? The three of them looked towards the door. She was not tall, about 165 centimeters, with shoulder-length hair. She had just taken a shower and came out in a hurry. She didn't even have time to blow dry her hair, so it was still wet. Wu Yufang was well maintained. If Yang Wan had not told Su Cheng in advance, he would not have been able to tell that this woman was 30 years old. Maybe it's because she is often moisturized, her skin is as smooth as a baby's, and her spirit looks like a female college student who just graduated, with a sense of drive all over her body. Mr. Wu, who dares to say bad things about you? Lu Liangji joked. Young people nowadays are getting worse and worse. Wu Yufang looked unsatisfied. Boss Wu, it's not that you're young but that you're just too good. Hee, stop being poor. Let me introduce you to. Lu Liangji introduced everyone to Wu Yufang, with emphasis on Su Cheng. Wu Yufang just glanced at Su Cheng and said a simple hello. Our old rules. Fight the landlord. Okay. In the first few rounds of cards, everyone got to know each other and tested each other. Are you radical or conservative? How do you use the bomb in your hand? Some people are not good looking, but they are more ruthless than anyone else. Some people look very capable, but they are holding a bomb and are hesitant. By playing cards, you can get a rough idea of the other person's character. This is the first meeting between Lu Liangji, Wu Yufang and Su Cheng, and this link is indispensable. It was not until 2 or 3 hours later that we began to get into the topic. Xiaosu, I heard from Manager Yang that you are married and have a child. Yes, I have a daughter. Then you must be under a lot of pressure. Why did you want to start a business? Isn't this just to give my wife and children a better life? Lu Liangji and Wu Yufang looked at each other. In fact, family is a heavy burden on the road to entrepreneurship. Lu Liangji's family was in the coal business. They gave him 300 yuan to start his own business, hoping to make a name for himself. Wu Yufang is different. She herself doesn't have much money, but as a manager of a private equity fund, she can mobilize funds ranging from several million to tens of millions. However, Wu Yufang herself is not very optimistic about the shipping industry. But she had a good relationship with Lu Liangji. Lu Liangji called her every day, either to have dinner or to drink with her, and only then did she agree to take 200 to test the waters. If any unexpected situation occurs, you can exit in time and the loss will not be too much. Wu Yufang was too lazy to talk nonsense with Su Cheng. How many can you take out? Yang Wan did not introduce Su Cheng in detail, and mentioned him only temporarily. From what they had just learned, the two of them couldn't tell what kind of background Su Cheng had. If there are a dozen or dozens, it's not worth letting Su Cheng join in at all. Su Cheng smiled. While eating, Yang Wan had already given him a background introduction. Wu Yufang is a person who really started from the grassroots level and worked her way up to her position in the economy step by step. Women have natural disadvantages in the workplace, and there are too many talented people in the financial industry. Even if you have strong abilities, you will still be suppressed by the big guys for a long time and will never be able to stand out. In the process of rising to power, Wu Yufang could not avoid using some means. Relying on her youth, Wu Yufang went from a deposit-raising marketer to a private equity fund manager in just a few years, with actual power to mobilize funds. Su Cheng said calmly, 500. 500? Is it true that you can get 500? Lu Liangji was a little unconvinced. In this market economy, if 500 of them can start a business, they are extremely powerful. No matter how you look at it, Su Cheng doesn't look like someone who can take 500. Do you take it yourself, or is there an investor behind you? Lu Liangji asked. In front of Yang Wan, Su Cheng definitely couldn't say that it was his own money. A boss gave me 500 to start a business, but I have no idea what to do with the money. Someone gave Su Cheng 500? Dispose of it will? This requires a lot of trust in Su Cheng. Wu Yufang was also slightly surprised. She has been in the financial industry for so many years, and the largest amount of funds she has handled is only 8 million. Su Cheng got 500 easily. This person looks quite ordinary. Could it be that he has other outstanding qualities that they just haven't discovered yet? With Yang Wan's endorsement, this shouldn't be false, and Su Cheng couldn't possibly make such big claims in front of them. At this point, the two felt that Su Cheng could join the group. However, Su Cheng's position in the company still needs to be determined. Where's the money from? Wu Yufang didn't want to ask where the money came from, but was concerned about the background of the money. Asking about Su Cheng's background in disguise. Even though you have a lot of money, it cannot be just money. For example, the 3 million of Lu Liangji was backed by the Lu family. By investing this money, we will definitely be able to receive orders for Lu's coal resources. Wu Yufang's investment of this money is equivalent to the new company having her private equity fund as endorsement. When raising funds in the future, others will see that a certain powerful private equity fund has invested, which will increase their trust. If you simply have 5 million, then with this money coming in, the shares will definitely not account for that much. Chapter 20 Men become bad when they have money. Boss Su, let me tell you my idea first, and then we can talk about whether it's appropriate or not. Lu Liangji's way of addressing Su Cheng suddenly changed to General Su. Okay, go ahead. Lu Liangji initially took a fancy to Yang Wan because of her strong abilities and rich work experience. The position of general manager was hers, plus 10% of the shares, without having to pay any money. Lu Liangji himself serves as the company's chairman and CEO. He is both the major shareholder and the decision maker. I am the nominal vice president, and together with Mr. Lu, I own 60% of the shares. As for how we split the profits, you don't have to worry about it. After discussion, Lu and Wu said that they could only give Su Cheng 30% of the shares and his position would be vice president. Mr. Su, can you accept this distribution of shares? Lu Liangji asked. The two of them jointly invested 6 million, accounting for 60% of the shares. Su Cheng alone contributed 5 million yuan, accounting for 30% of the shares. No matter how you look at it, it doesn't seem like a good deal. If it were an ordinary person, he would definitely refuse. But Su Cheng agreed immediately. Although he has been in the workplace for such a long time, he has rich work experience. But this is my first time being a boss. This role change requires a slow process. From now on, Su Cheng will no longer be an executor, but a decision maker. 5 million, just like buying an admission ticket. Let Lu Liangji and Wu Yufang take me out to play slowly. Sure, that's fine with me. Lu Liangji didn't expect that Su Cheng would agree so readily. He immediately stood up and shook hands with Su Cheng, indicating that the matter was decided. Creating a business empire is one thing. Improving one's own quality and character is another matter. Su Cheng didn't want to become a nouveau riche who suddenly became rich and had to use money to settle things wherever he went. That would be too cheap. Just like Liu Ting and Yang Daong in the morning. That is a typical nouveau riche. Relying on his wealth, he is arrogant and just standing there makes people angry. What he wanted to be was someone like Zhang Qianmao, the former company president. He exudes domineering aura as soon as he appears on the stage, with the aura of a superior. That kind of temperament cannot be cultivated in a short period of time, it requires long-term training and cultivation. If you reach a certain level, you can intimidate the other person with just a glance. Today's 5 million is equivalent to an admission ticket. In order to make connections and develop influence, he needed business veterans like Lu Liangji and Wu Yufang to act as his guides and matchmakers. After the chat, everyone had a simple meal. Lu Liangji originally wanted everyone to change venue and go to KTV to sing some songs. But Yang Wan said it was already very late and she had things to do tomorrow, so she refused. "Where's President Su? Do you want to go out and play with us?" While Lu Liangji was speaking, he gave Su Cheng a look that all men could understand. Yang Wan noticed this look and blushed. These men have nothing else on their minds except that kind of thing. Su Cheng shouldn't he go, right? Su Cheng shook his head, also expressing his refusal. Just now at the dinner table, we talked in detail about the preparations for the new company. Everyone was busy preparing, and Su Cheng naturally couldn't be idle. He still has to find a way to get 5 million. Wu Yufang is not on the cashback list in the address book. Lu Liangji is a man, so he can't get cash back. Of course he had to find another way. "No, Mr. Lu, you and Mr. Wu have fun, I have other things to do." Yang Wan breathed a sigh of relief. Su Cheng is indeed a married man and can indeed resist temptation. Yang Wan's favorability towards Su Cheng increased a few points. "Okay, Lao Lu, I have to go home to be with my wife and kids. Who can hang out with you every day? You're still talking about me. Don't you often play outside too?" Lu Liangji and Wu Yufang exposed each other's secrets in front of Su Cheng. They have accepted and recognized Su Cheng and regard him as one of their own. After dinner, Su Cheng called a car for Yang Wan and sent her home. Afterwards, he took a bus to Wanjie Plaza. Wanjie Plaza. A girl in a grey pleated skirt, over-the-knee socks, and brown leather boots stood gracefully next to the road sign, as if waiting for someone. She kept sending messages in her girlfriend's group to kill time. There are often male compatriots passing by who would muster up the courage to approach and chat with me, asking for my contact information. She rejected some of them, but accepted others with pleasure and added the other party's contact information. Her name is Xie Yang. Su Cheng's former colleague. Don't be fooled by her innocent appearance and dress, she is a typical Aquaman. There are so many fish in the pond that a mobile phone cannot even hold them all. Xie Yang had to frequently note the men in the list, name plus height plus family background, so that she could remember who they were. "Hey, Yang, why did Su Cheng think of inviting you to dinner today?" "Xie Yang, how would I know? I don't know what they are up to. He doesn't want to develop a relationship with you, does he?" "Xie Yang, that shouldn't be the case, hasn't he already started a family? He even has a child." It's hard to say, married men are the most fickle. I heard that Su Cheng recently hooked up with a big money sponsor and said he wanted to start a company with manager Yang. All men are like this, none of them are good, once they have money they turn bad. Yang, we must not suffer any loss. If he has such intentions, let us see how he expresses it first. If he is not sincere, just let him go. Where are you guys now? What are you eating? Is it spicy hot pot? Xie Yang, I'm still waiting for him in the square, and is already half an hour late. Xie Yang, it's not spicy hot pot, he said he would treat me to a meal at the restaurant. Xie Yang, I won't say anything more for now. I saw him. I will report to you later. Chapter 21. Why is he here again? Sorry, I'm late. Su Cheng shook off his clothes and walked to Xie Yang with a smile. Xie Yang was actually a little emotional. With her innocent face, Xie Yang has had many suitors since she was a child. Even though she has clearly rejected most men, her suitors are still pouring in like a stream, one after another. Xie Yang dates and meets so many men, and almost all of them are waiting for her. If Xie Yang ever makes her wait for more than 5 minutes, she will blacklist his phone number, leave immediately and never contact him again. Su Cheng was the only one who made her wait for more than 30 minutes. It's not that Su Cheng is charming or something, but because Su Cheng has been really weird these past 2 days. Xie Yang really wanted to figure out what happened to Su Cheng and whether he really had made a comeback from a small figure. Today, he suddenly invited her to dinner at Dio Restaurant, the most expensive restaurant in Xianxin. Xie Yang had no idea what Su Cheng was up to. If they just wanted to poach her from another job, she wouldn't come to such a high-standard restaurant, right? Su Cheng is a family man. He has a wife who he has been married to for 5 years and a daughter who is in kindergarten. Mess around. Uncertain. Xie Yang hid this emotion deep in her heart, and on the surface she remained polite and courteous. It's okay, I just got here too, I didn't have to wait long. Okay, let's go in and eat something first. It's still a bit cold outside. Su Cheng brought Xie Yang into the restaurant. The most attractive dishes in a restaurant are actually those 2 or 3 dishes. The most famous thing about Dio restaurant is the fresh crayfish that is only served at night. The fishermen fish during the day and go ashore at night. After weighing the fish, they deliver it directly from the Luoyang River dock to the table. As soon as you enter the door, the polite waiter begins to serve you. Hello, how many people are you? The waiter took a closer look. Good job. This man seems to have been here at noon. Dio restaurant has a large number of customers every day, and the waiters generally cannot remember people's faces. But he remembered Yang Wan, who was extremely beautiful and highly recognizable, and also remembered Su Cheng. I came here once at noon. Come again in the evening? The girl he brought was not the same person. The waiter secretly compared the appearances of Yang Wan and Xie Yang in his mind. Yang Wan is more elegant and has a better figure. Xie Yang has a very pure appearance. The only drawback is that she is a little short and dresses very deliberately. Both women are top-notch. It's great to have money. He really wanted to ask, can Su Cheng's body withstand it? 2. Su Cheng said lightly. Okay, I'll arrange a window seat for you, please follow me. After serving. Same seat. Same menu. Same tone. Give her the menu and order whatever she wants. Then I really ordered it. Point. Xie Yang seemed to be joking, but actually she wanted to give Su Cheng a shot of prevention. You should have done your homework on the specifications of Dio restaurant, right? Have I waited for you for so long? If you continue to be stingy, I will pack my bags and leave now. I will embarrass you in front of so many people. I didn't expect Su Cheng to speak so generously. That's fine. Then she won't be polite. I want one of these, and one of these. Xie Yang showed no mercy. I estimated it in my mind and finally kept the price within 10,000. It was the first time I went out to eat with Su Cheng, and it was embarrassing to spend more than 5 figures. The waiter frowned. This girl is quite different from the one from this morning. The one in the morning was trying his best to help Su Cheng save money. This is great, let us go to extremes. It's almost tens of thousands. Can you two finish it? Su Cheng, do you want to add anything else? Xie Yang politely pushed the menu in front of Su Cheng. Su Cheng took a quick glance. Well, pretty good. There are dishes, soup, and even wine. The price is well controlled and does not exceed 10,000. Su Cheng finally understood why everyone in the company was drooling over Xie Yang, but few took actual action to pursue her. One meal would cost nearly half a year's salary. Who can afford this? This kind of women are not meant to live a normal life at all, but are toys for those rich second generations. Ordinary people really can't touch it. However, Su Cheng needs to deal with more women like this. No matter where your money comes from, if you let them spend it, they will spend it freely without any complaints or fuss. The more Xie Yang spends, the more cashback Su Cheng gets. For this meal, Su Cheng can get a cash rebate of about 100,000 yuan. If converted, it is almost his salary for the previous 2 years. The dishes were served one after another. Su Cheng had no appetite. He didn't think the food at Dio restaurant was delicious. It was not as good as their home-cooked dishes at the fly-in-the-street restaurants. It's nothing more than buying some popularity online. The plating looks good in photos, the restaurant is luxuriously decorated, and the waiters have better attitudes. To be honest, the food is just average. Xie Yang was a little depressed. During the meal, Su Cheng hardly spoke to her. I kept holding my phone and replying to messages. After spending so much money, you don't even want to say a word to her? Usually, those lickspittles would like to sit next to her. Su Cheng didn't even want to look at her, let alone lick her. He didn't even move his chopsticks. Xie Yang felt a little embarrassed and took the initiative to talk to Su Cheng. Aren't you done yet? My daughter's kindergarten. Just now, Yang Wan told Su Cheng about the kindergarten's handling of the situation today. The police filed a case, all teachers in the kindergarten were under investigation, and the kindergarten was temporarily closed. You should eat too, don't let me eat alone. Xie Yang said helplessly. I'm not very hungry. I came here after eating. Xie Yang? There are so many dishes, how come she eats so late? Xie Yang is small in stature and doesn't have a big stomach. Su Cheng, are you here after eating? The portion she just ordered is enough for 6 to 8 people. Su Cheng is planning to starve her to death. Su Cheng glanced at the dining table. Well, if you eat every dish, then there is nothing to worry about. Forget it if you can't finish it. Don't overeat. Su Cheng reminded, just eat the remaining shrimp. Oh, okay. I'll go over and pay the bill. Xie Yang? Please help me peel it. Xie Yang especially likes to eat shrimps, but she doesn't like to peel them. When she went out to eat with another man before, the man hardly cared about eating. He wore gloves the whole time while helping her peel shrimps and then put them in the bowl, which made the girls next to him envious. Xie Yang really enjoyed this feeling. She ordered a large plate of shrimp. I peel it myself and I'm slow, so I can't eat much at all. Su Cheng was playing with his phone the whole time and was not doing any work, and he didn't even bother to help her peel it. Xie Yang is so pissed off. It's so troublesome. I don't want to eat anymore. For the first time, Xie Yang realized how troublesome it was to peel shrimp. Why doesn't Su Cheng help her peel the shrimps? Chapter 22 Sword Guard. Sir, the total is 9,567.2 yuan. Just pay 9,500 Nile scan you. Drop. Payment successful. After Su Cheng paid the bill, he soon received a text message from the bank informing him of the balance. Your account number ending in 6554 received a payment of 95,000 yuan, with a balance of 162,668.3 yuan. Note, Super Online Banking Transfer. 100,000 yuan in hand. A gleam of greed flashed in Su Cheng's eyes. Just have a casual meal and 2 years' salary will be credited to your account. After returning to her seat, Xie Yang had taken off her disposable gloves, and with her head down, she was busy processing the messages, her fingers moving as if she were playing the piano. Su Cheng took a look at the many leftover dishes and crayfish and said nothing. Will Mr. Zhang give you guys a day off tomorrow? Well, it's rare for Mr. Zhang to give us a day off. Let's go if we don't want to eat, and go play somewhere else for a while. Where are you going? Su Cheng really hasn't thought it through yet. It was almost 12 o'clock and all the major shopping malls had already closed. It would be impossible to take Xie Yang to the mall to shop and get cash back. Where else is the consumption so high? Su Cheng began to think. He secretly took out the old-fashioned cell phone and looked at the address book. Xie Yang's favorability towards him still remains at 5 points. Not increased at all. Good job. They all say Xie Yang is hard to pursue. He saw it today. I spent 10,000 yuan, but the favorability didn't even increase? Is it because Su Cheng didn't peel the shrimp for her? Fuck it. I'm spending money and peeling shrimps for you. Isn't this something only a bootlicker would do? No matter what the reason, Su Cheng would not peel shrimp for Xie Yang. This is a privilege only for his wife and daughter. Xie Yang was actually a little surprised when she heard Su Cheng ask her to change the scene. She originally planned to meet another boy after this meal. He is fair and clean, about 1.8 meters tall, a pure little wolf dog. I didn't expect that Su Cheng spent $10,000 without even stuttering. Didn't this meal make him bleed? Even Xie Yang was confused. Look at Su Cheng's expression, his wallet is bulging. How can I justify not killing the innocent creature that has been brought to my doorstep? How about, we go to the bar? Xie Yang suggested. Bar? Su Cheng slapped his head hard. Why didn't he think of that? During this period, consumption in bars is the highest. Su Cheng had seen many times on the short video platform that a certain young man spent tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars in one night. If I take Xie Yang to the bar to spend money, won't that easily amount to 5 million? Okay, which bar? Su Cheng asked. He had never been to a bar in his life. But Xie Yang must go there often. Su Cheng could see that Xie Yang was just trying to kill him today. Let her choose a place, the cost will definitely not be low. Why don't we go to Purple Rose? Okay. Su Cheng agreed readily. Going to the bar was just a smokescreen released by Xie Yang. She knew the man's thoughts very well. Do you think that after drinking, you can take me to a hotel and get a room? Overthinking. If you don't spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, you won't even be able to touch it. At first glance, Xie Yang and Su Cheng were both ordinary employees of the company, with similar monthly salaries of about 3 to 4,000 yuan. This amount of money is limited. After paying for rent, utilities and other living expenses, there is not much left. No matter how frugal you are, you will never be able to save any money. Xie Yang was wearing all famous brands, her skincare products and cosmetics were all top brands, and even the Hermes bag she was carrying was bought from an authentic counter, costing 5 figures. With her income, she can't afford these things at all. In addition to the gifts from men, Xie Yang also usually does some part-time jobs. Of course, not that kind of part-time job. Xie Yang has a close friend who works as a salesperson at Purple Rose, and she gets commissions when customers make purchases. Xie Yang would often bring men over to drink. As for the commission, they split it 73:3. Xie Yang takes 70% and her best friend takes 30%. If Su Cheng agreed to go, it would be a disguised way of giving her money. By the way, 2 of my besties just said they were bored and wanted to come and play with us. Is that okay? A series of traps. Do you accept it? Accept it. With these 2 guards with swords here, don't think about anything else tonight. If he doesn't accept it, it would seem that Su Cheng is narrow-minded and has evil intentions, and that he wasn't just drunk. A set of combined punches will knock you away with no way to retreat. Most people will find it hard to resist and can only agree to it reluctantly. Su Cheng is different. Take whatever you want. He didn't go there with the intention of sleeping with Xie Yang. Su Cheng just wanted to find a high-consumption place to get more cash back. The more people you have, won't the wine be drunk faster? Su Cheng welcomed him with both hands. Okay, bring them. Just 2. Yeah, just 2. Can. Then I'll tell them now. After coming out of Dio restaurant, Xie Yang kept holding her phone and replying to messages, without even reaching out to call a taxi. Su Cheng exclaimed in his heart, what a good guy. This woman doesn't even want to pay for the taxi fare. Su Cheng didn't care. A few $dozen is also money. After a tenfold cash rebate, that would be several $100s. The 2 took a taxi to Purple Rose. The Purple Rose neon sign is particularly dazzling and atmospheric. At the door gathered young men with hair dyed in various colors and young-looking girls wearing cool clothes. On one side of the street corner, there stood 2 beautiful women with delicate makeup. Xie Yang waved to the 2 of them. Lily, this way. They wore denim hot pants, showing off their bodies without reservation. Let me introduce you to my colleague Su Cheng. This is. Hey, I'll do it myself. My name is Lily, hey. Handsome, just call me Alice. Lily? Alice? Good job. No real name. If something happened, Su Cheng wouldn't even know the person's name. Is he planning to rip him off and then run away? Why are you hiding your life so carefully? Su Cheng hummed. Aren't you cold wearing so little? I feel cold too. Let's go in first. The 3 girls burst into laughter. Yang, your friend is really funny. Har har har, so cute. Su Cheng? Compliment a man on being cute. Is this the beginning? Chapter 23 Fast Consumption. Entering a bar for the first time in my life. Su Cheng's biggest feeling was noise. The speaker above his head forced Su Cheng's heart to beat. This feeling is very unpleasant. A long-legged female marketing woman received Su Cheng and his group. She leaned close to Su Cheng's ear and told him the Wi-Fi password considerately. Only then did Su Cheng realize that his cell phone had no signal at all. Fortunately, that old phone also had Wi-Fi function, otherwise it would have been terrible. If you can't connect to Wi-Fi, not only will you not be able to get the cash back, but you will also probably lose all the money you worked hard for. Handsome man, what shall we drink? The store has recently launched several meal packages, all of which are quite affordable. You can choose one. I have to say, the female marketing staff at the bar are really beautiful. While Su Cheng was ordering, 3 girls, Xie Yang, Lily and Alice, were sitting close together across the counter, whispering something to each other. The music was too loud and Su Cheng couldn't hear what they were saying. But from the looks they gave him from time to time, Su Cheng guessed that they might be discussing where Xie Yang had found such a great enemy. Let's do this for now, and then order after you finish drinking. Su Cheng handed the list back. He ordered a set of basic wines for 3,888. Where is the bathroom? I'm going to wash my hands. Wait a moment, I'll ask someone to take you there. The female marketing staff waved towards the bar, and a male waiter came over and took Su Cheng to the bathroom. Only after seeing Su Cheng leave did Xie Yang and the other two dare to speak loudly. Yang, what is your relationship with this person? Isn't it your new boyfriend? I haven't seen you bring him out before. Don't talk nonsense, he's already married and his kids are in kindergarten. Oh my god, there really isn't a good man among men. They are still dating girls outside even after they are married. I thought he was quite honest, but I didn't expect him to be so fickle. That's not his fault. Our Yang is so beautiful. Which man can resist her? No, I hate people who mess around with other girls the most. I have to teach him a lesson today. Let him remember this lesson. Let me see what he ordered. Fuck, basic wine. This man is not only unfaithful, but also extremely stingy. He wants to sleep with our Yang for 3,000 yuan. Xie Yang has no attitude towards the word sleep. She had a similar understanding to her two best friends and thought that Su Cheng had the same idea. Otherwise, why would he ask her out for dinner and drinks so suddenly? Xie Yang didn't think that Su Cheng had encountered some opportunity and became a nouveau riche all of a sudden. Doesn't she know Su Cheng's family background? A person who spends every penny carefully. 80% of today's consumption was paid by credit card, or through Huobi or Jibei. Just take her out for food and drinks and you think you can win her over. This plan is too good to be true. Xie Yang will not let Su Cheng succeed. But coming to the point, he just treated me to a meal at Dio restaurant, and it cost nearly 10,000. Dio restaurant? That place is very expensive. So this guy is just pretending to be rich. Well, when we ordered the wine, it was exposed right away, right? There are many basic set meals, but Su Cheng chose the cheapest one. Who can drink this little bit of wine? I want to get a girl drunk, but I can't even order enough wine. How do I get her drunk? Let us pretend to be drunk ourselves. Is he that attractive? Joke. After Su Cheng came back, the three of them quickly put away their sarcastic looks, smiled at Su Cheng without showing their teeth, and were very polite. Handsome guy, shall we play dice? I'm not very good at it. It's very simple. I'll teach you. After simple communication, Su Cheng learned how to play dice. 4 people, 1 cup each. There are 8 dice in it, and you can shake them once in each round to see who has their heart, which is the number 1. Those who got the win take out the dice, and those who didn't get the win continue drinking until they get the win, then start the next round. During this time, the female marketing staff came over with 2 beauties to toast. The wine, worth more than 3,000 yuan, was all finished in less than 40 minutes. The 3 girls didn't blush or gasp, and they drank more than 10 times the amount of liquor as if nothing had happened. They leaned back on the sofa and ignored Su Cheng. The meaning is very clear. The wine is finished. Do you want to order? If we keep going, there's a chance that one of the 3 of us might sleep there. If you don't click, the possibility is 0. Whether you drink alcohol or not is up to you. Su Cheng felt very good. Damn, it's only been a short while and I've spent more than 3,000 yuan. However, it was still a little different from what he had imagined, and the speed was still a little slow. You must continue to order this wine. But Su Cheng couldn't order by himself, so he had to ask them first, do you still want to drink? All right. Just this sentence will do. Beauty, bring me the menu. Chapter 24 1 million. Handsome, are you sure you want to order this? The female marketing pointed to the last column on their wine list and asked repeatedly for confirmation. She seriously suspected that Su Cheng had drunk too much and his eyes were blurry and he couldn't see clearly. What Su Cheng wanted was the dragon set. The dragon set, also known as the ace of spades that often appears on short video platforms, is the most comprehensive set of wine in the entire bar. Worth 88,888 yuan. As soon as Su Cheng came to the table, he ordered a set of the cheapest basic wine. I didn't expect that when replenishing the wine, he would directly choose the dragon set. The female marketing staff couldn't help but wonder if Su Cheng was drunk. Su Cheng really didn't drink too much. He is very sober. I can even mentally calculate the cashback amount for tonight's purchases. The previous 3888 plus 88888. 30,000 plus 880,000. Su Cheng can get more than 900,000 in total. In fact, when he first got the wine list, he wanted to order the dragon set. But after thinking about it carefully, it's not quite appropriate, so I plan to add it later. This has nothing to do with Xie Yang and the others' attitudes. Su Cheng just simply wants to get some cash back. With a set of big dragons, you can get a cashback of 880,000 yuan. This is much faster than going to the mall to shop. If I drink a few sets of daze Shenlong in one night, wouldn't it be easy to get the 5 million yuan to start a company? I'm not drunk, I'll order this. Okay, 88,000, I'll sweep you. The female marketing staff carried a cash register with her and entered the amount of 88,888. Su Cheng took out the old-fashioned mobile phone to make payment. Drop. Payment successful. 88,000, it's gone. Not only the female marketing, but even Xie Yang and her bestie all had expressions of disbelief on their faces. Xie Yang brought so many men to the bar, and their spending ranged from several thousand to tens of thousands. Basically, there is no one that costs more than 40,000 yuan. But when Su Cheng made a move, he directly used a set of big dragon skills. Isn't this too outrageous? 88,000. Where did Su Cheng get so much money? Lily and Alice looked at each other. They also didn't expect that Su Cheng would be so generous and directly at a set of big dragon. They have been in nightclubs for several years and have seen a lot of magic tricks, so they are no longer surprised. But what puzzled them was that Su Cheng actually added a set of great dragon. Judging from his clothes, he is not very financially strong. All his clothes added up are probably not as expensive as the heels of their high heels. He has a simple and pretty appearance and seems very honest. Some tension can still be seen on Su Cheng's face. Logically speaking, this should be his first time in the bar, and he was just an ordinary, honest guy before that. Even Xie Yang told them that this man already had a wife and daughter, and he was using his credit card to fool around and pick up girls. But when the proof of successful payment was placed in front of them, Lily and Alice had to doubt the truthfulness of what Xie Yang said. Is it really like Xie Yang said? Who would spend tens of thousands of dollars to cheat? How can an ordinary person's credit card have such a high limit? Just now, the two of them clearly saw that Su Cheng was using an old mobile phone for mobile payment, not a credit card. In other words, Su Cheng is most likely a second-generation rich man who has not experienced much of the world, rather than a man with a family. Lily and Alice's attitude towards Su Cheng immediately changed. Originally, the three of them were staring at the screens of their mobile phones, constantly feeding the fish in their fish pond. But when Su Cheng ordered a set of daze Shenlong, the two immediately put down their phones and focused their attention on the wine table in front of them. Okay, handsome, I'll arrange it right away. The female marketing gave Su Cheng a wicked smile, then immediately trotted towards the bar. What kind of person is Xie Yang? How could she not see that her two good sisters were ready to launch a tentative attack on Su Cheng? After the marketing friend left, Xie Yang immediately stood up and changed her seat, sitting next to Su Cheng to assert her sovereignty. Alice frowned. What is Xie Yang doing? Are you afraid that she and Lily will snatch a man? Is it necessary to do this? The three of them were originally on the same front, planning to work together to cut Su Cheng's money and play him in the palm of their hands. But now, things seem to have changed. The more you, Xie Yang, assert your sovereignty, the more it proves that you have something to hide. Su Cheng is very likely a dragon spit pearl. Boom! Small fireworks were set off in the bar. 8 beautiful young girls with fair skin raised 8 bottles of wine above their heads, lined up in a long queue, and walked towards Su Cheng's table. The music in the bar suddenly stopped. All I heard was the DJ on the dance floor picking up the microphone and shouting in a very magnetic voice, "Mr. Su from Station 17 has ordered a set of daze Shenlong. I wish you and your friends a good time tonight." 8 bottles of Spade Ace were neatly placed on the wine table. These beauties lined up towards Su Cheng and bowed respectfully. "I wish Mr. Su and his friends have a good time." These beauties were hired by the bar owner at a high price to serve as the guests. Super high appearance, superb figure. Just by jumping around on the dance floor of the bar every day, you can earn tens of thousands of dollars a month. The values of today's young girls are collapsing little by little. You're right. For the first time, Cheng experienced an inexplicable sense of vanity. The music in the entire venue stopped just to announce that he had placed an order for the dragon set. How can we spend so much money without letting people know? The bar owner has a very good understanding of his customers' psychology. There are so many beautiful girls who are groveling in front of you and calling you boss. This time, the cards are full. Very proud of the face. Cheng couldn't understand why someone would spend tens of thousands of dollars in a bar. With this money, can't I buy Wuliangi or Moutai? Isn't it better than water mixed with industrial alcohol? Now he finally understood. You're right. This feeling is very addictive. Ding tilde. Cheng received a text message from the bank regarding account changes on his mobile phone. Your account number ending in 6554 received a payment of 888,880 yuan, and the balance is 1,090,428.2 yuan. Note: Super Online Banking Transfer. Chapter 25. A Family Man. Brother Su, is it really okay for you to go back so late? Alice has thought about it. No matter what Xue Yang thought, she planned to go into battle herself and test Cheng. When Xue Yang heard this, she first glared at Alice. What do you want to do? Cheng didn't take it seriously and continued pouring himself some wine. He wanted to try what the $10,000 wine in the bar tasted like. Barji tilde. Industrial alcohol mixed with water. Not as good as fruit beer. But Cheng could also understand. The bar doesn't actually sell alcohol. It's just that face and those few seconds of vanity. Everyone in the audience knows that you ordered a set of Big Dragon. You are rich. I'm fine. I've already told my family. My wife and kids are probably asleep now. Cheng glanced at the time. It's already past 1 in the morning. Jiangyu and Meng Meng had already gone to bed. They thought that Cheng was out there entertaining people for work, staying up late and drinking, and they felt sorry for him. It doesn't matter how much Cheng drinks today, his family won't be suspicious. According to what Cheng said. Then Xue Yang really didn't lie to them. Cheng really has a wife and children. Seeing this, Xue Yang wanted to change the subject. Where did you and manager Yang go today? Well, I didn't go anywhere. I just went with her to meet 2 investors. Cheng replied. Investor? When she heard these 3 words, Lily's eyes lit up. Brother Su, are you planning to start a company? We're still discussing it, but I do have this idea. Cheng said lightly, not taking it to heart at all. I went to see 2 office buildings this afternoon, both of them are pretty good. Cheng's action seemed unintentional, but in fact, every word he said touched upon the thoughts of the 3 people. Lily and Alice are ready to make a move. Xue Yang frowned, feeling helpless. Why is Cheng so careless with his words? Say whatever you want. She heard the rumor yesterday that Cheng was going to be promoted, but she never expected it to be true. Not a promotion. Instead, start your own business and open your own company. Cheng said this lightly, as if it were nothing out of the ordinary. I don't know what these 2 best friends of mine are planning. It turns out to be President Su. Boss Su, let's continue playing dice. Cheng felt a leg slowly scratching his knee. This made him very uncomfortable. Who is it? Doing tricks under the table. Xue Yang was excluded. She sat next to him. Cheng observed Lily and Alice who were sitting opposite him. The expressions of these 2 women were more natural than each other, and it was impossible to tell who they were. Never mind. Roll the dice. Lily and Alice are veterans of nightclubs. They have mastered rich experience and skills in games such as dice rolling. That's right. There is a skill to shaking the points. When they first started playing, Lily and Alice had no interest in Cheng and didn't care about winning or losing. But after knowing that Cheng might be a genuine wealthy man, the 2 of them started to work hard. Boss Su. Drink. Boss Su, you lost again. Drink. Xue Yang began to feel uneasy as she watched her 2 best friends becoming more and more excited. What are you 2 doing? I asked you 2 to act as sword-carrying guards, but why did you keep forcing Cheng to drink? Damn it, can you 2 just shut up? Who is the protagonist? Why does she seem like a foil? Xue Yang soon developed a strong sense of crisis. If Cheng got drunk, no matter which of the two girls took him away, he might lose his advantageous position and become a victim of their tricks. Lily and Alice are so mean. Is it necessary to use this method to snatch a man? And the two of them told Xie Yang through their actions. As for the two of them were still blaming Xie Yang in their hearts. It's not like you haven't seen rich men before. Why don't you just tell him that Su Cheng is rich? Why are you hiding it? Now that's good. The two best friends discovered what was going on and neither of them showed any mercy and started rolling the dice very hard. Out of 10 times, you may lose once or twice occasionally. The rest of the wine was poured into Su Cheng's stomach. Su Cheng, that's enough, drink less. Xie Yang reminded. It's okay. You should drink if you lose. Su Cheng waved his hand, raised the glass and drank it all. Yang, why are you stopping President Su? Yang, I'm not as protective of my child as you are. I'll admit defeat if I lose, right, Mr. Su? Seeing this, Xie Yang also started to take it seriously. She didn't want to force Su Cheng to drink, but wanted to block the drinking for Su Cheng. But although Xie Yang usually plays tricks, she is not as skilled as the two nightclub veterans in rolling the dice. Originally wanted to block the wine for Su Cheng. Now, not only did she fail to stop the alcohol, but she also lost many games in a row. Seeing that the time was right, Lily and Alice started to expose the truth. Boss Su, look how quickly Yang got drunk. Eh? That's true. She got drunk even faster last time when she came out with Xiao Wang. She passed out before we even started to get her drunk. Alice emphasized coming out with Xiao Wang. Sometimes best friends just put it up for sale. Xie Yang has a pure and innocent appearance, and usually maintains a pure image in front of outsiders. But they all knew what kind of person Xie Yang was in private. How can they do anything if they don't expose your true identity as Aquaman? A few glasses of liquor. Xie Yang was also annoyed. Par. Zhongli, what do you mean? Aren't you just a 3,000 yuan lady? What are you pretending for? Xie Yang, please explain clearly, who is the 3,000 yuan lady? Do you want me to call Xiao Zhong over to settle your bill for the past few months? Small chapter. That's the beautiful marketing girl just now. When Xie Yang heard this, her heart immediately rose to her throat. If Su Cheng knew, the reason she brought him here today was to get him to order some wine so that she could get the sales commission. Then how do we maintain this relationship? It would be strange if it didn't collapse. Chapter 26 Girlfriends are for sale. Xiao Zhong has a better relationship with Lily and Alice. If something happens, they will definitely be on their side. If she really showed Su Cheng her accounts for the past few months, she would be finished. Sister Li, I'm sorry, I drank too much. I'll drink a glass as punishment. Xie Yang gritted her teeth and apologized to Zhong Li. Oh my god. Why are they like this? Zhong Li snorted inwardly. Fight her. Xie Yang is still young. Men like Su Cheng shouldn't be brought out to show off. Instead of hiding it properly, he had to put it in front of them. Isn't this like throwing a chicken in front of a fox? Who do you blame if you get robbed? I can only blame myself for being incompetent. Su Cheng was confused and pretended not to hear. Boss Su. Is Mr. Su asleep? Su Cheng drank a lot of wine and was a little dazed for a moment. No one could be sure whether Su Cheng was really confused or just pretending to be confused. What you just said carries a lot of weight. Whether Su Cheng heard it or not, Lily and Alice didn't care. After all, they were out having fun, not on a blind date. Xie Yang is different. Su Cheng and she were out on a date. Boss Su, why don't we stop drinking and find a place to sit for a while? I think Mr. Su is tired too, why don't we stop here today? Mr. Su, where is your home? Lily and I will take you back. You two send it back. Then it has to be sent to the hotel. Xie Yang will not show mercy at this time. In order to prevent Su Cheng from getting on board the pirate ship, they tried their best. Su Cheng, how about I call my sister-in-law and ask her to pick you up? What's going on? How come even Su Cheng's wife moved out? Xie Yang, you are so cruel. When Su Cheng heard this, he immediately became alert. Play is play, and make noise is noise. Don't joke with your wife. He had promised Jiang Yu that he would drink with the two big bosses tonight. If Jiangyu knew that he came to the nightclub to fool around and ordered tens of thousands of dollars worth of wine for these three girls, wouldn't he cut off his arms and legs with a knife? By that time, even if Su Cheng wanted to explain, he wouldn't be able to do so. Yang, this is where you are wrong. Mr. Su is under so much pressure every day, he just wants to go out and have some fun. What do you mean by calling your sister-in-law? Alice and Lily both wanted to kill Xie Yang. It was almost in my hands and I could move it to their hotel bed. You brought up Su Cheng's wife halfway through. In order to keep Su Cheng in his hands, he really tried his best. Alice doesn't mind that Su Cheng has a family and a daughter. It's just for fun anyway. In the adult world, there is always some superficial acting. Anyone who takes it seriously is a fool. To be honest, they had slept with many more married men than with the young men. It is almost entirely due to the following reasons that they are forced to come out and play. Or, their work pressure is too great. Or, you have been wronged at home. Some people have both. They just want to come out and pamper themselves, pat their butts the next day, leave a hefty tip, and go back to their normal lives. Look at Xie Yang's expression. Maybe he will really call Su Cheng's wife. No way. Play the long game and catch the big fish. Lily and Alice didn't push Xie Yang to death. We had no choice but to let Su Cheng and Xie Yang go. Boss Su, let's add a contact number. Yes, Mr. Su, next time you want to go out for a drink, just call me or Lily. Without waiting for Su Cheng's consent, Alice quickly took out a pen and paper and stuffed the phone number into Su Cheng's pocket. Xie Yang was standing by and could only watch. Oh, sure. I can't do it anymore, I should go back. To be honest, Su Cheng often went to dinner parties to drink with clients and often vomited in the middle of the night. But today the amount is far less than usual. My head is dizzy. Su Cheng was certain that it was definitely the wine's problem, and that the wine was not good. With Xie Yang's support, Su Cheng staggered out of the bar. During this time, Alice and Lily did not forget to lend a hand. Unintentionally, he rubbed against Su Cheng, giving enough hints. Soon, Su Cheng lost consciousness. The next day, Su Cheng opened his sleepy eyes, his eyes were red with anger. The back of his head felt like it had been hit hard with a steel pipe, and it hurt from time to time. Where is this? Su Cheng looked at the strange room, completely confused. After rummaging around for a while, I finally found my cell phone. There was a note under the phone. Boss Zhang suddenly cancelled his vacation and asked us to work overtime. I want to accompany you for now. Remember to eat something when you wake up. There is milk in the refrigerator. Xie Yang. Good job. This is Xie Yang's bed. Su Cheng quickly lifted the quilt. Apart from taking off his shirt, his belt was still intact, with the same buckle he had tied yesterday. Fuck, it's already 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Su Cheng glanced at the time and immediately realized that something was wrong. I didn't come home at night and didn't receive any phone calls or text messages. There were more than a dozen missed calls and unread messages from Jiangyu on Su Cheng's phone. Su Cheng called Jiangyu back immediately. Hello? Honey, where are you? Jiangyu on the other end of the phone was crying. I'm at my colleague's house. I drank too much yesterday and I completely blacked out. You scared me to death. I thought you were being retaliated by Yang Daong and his gang and something happened to you. If you don't call me back, I'm going to call the police. When Su Cheng heard this, he felt very relieved and a warm current slowly flowed through his heart. I'm fine, I'll go home now. Are you home? At home. I just sent my daughter away. Okay, pack up and wait for me, let's go shopping. Su Cheng hung up the phone, quickly tidied his clothes, washed his face in the bathroom, and then took a taxi home. Chapter 27, Nothing else, just for fun. Su Cheng, how much did you drink last night? Jiangyu subconsciously covered his mouth and nose. The smell of alcohol on Su Cheng was really strong. He used to often drink with clients, and every time he would drink until midnight, dragging his tired body home. But this was the first time that I stayed out all night and drank a short film. Jiangyu didn't suspect anything, and didn't even know that he actually slept soundly in Xie Yang's bed last night. As for what happened, Su Cheng had no idea. Logically speaking, there should be no. Of course, it is not ruled out that Xie Yang secretly knew something. Not much, not much. The main reason is that I drank fake wine this time. My head still hurts now, Su Cheng said as he touched the back of his head. He found that his lying skills were getting better and better, and he didn't even blush when he told lies. He. You better drink fake wine. As long as you don't go out to find women behind my back. Jiangyu put her hands on her waist and accepted Su Cheng's explanation. How is that possible? Su Cheng vehemently denied it. He knew Jiangyu's bottom line and would not touch it easily. This is also the reason why Su Cheng was so afraid of Xie Yang calling her last night. Wife, let's not talk about this anymore. I want to tell you something happy. Yesterday my boss gave me a big red envelope and also paid me 1 year's salary in advance. How much? The total is 510,000. 510,000. Jiangyu was stunned after hearing this. In total, Su Cheng's current monthly salary is a little over 40,000 yuan. Jiangyu hadn't seen such a large amount of money for a long time. Yeah, just tell me whether this wine is worth drinking. Value. I love you so much. Jiangyu couldn't hide the excitement on her face. Su Cheng now has more than 1 million yuan in his card, mainly from the cashback he got from Xie Yang last night. He felt that it was impossible for him to hide all the money, but it was also impossible for him to confess all the money at once. Mainly to save yourself the trouble. Su Cheng's idea was to disclose the money little by little, not too much each time. This way he can have the best of both worlds and avoid suspicion. Su Cheng, is the boss of your new company so nice? If you quit midway, he won't ask us for the money, right? Jiangyu was somewhat anxious about gains and losses. What Su Cheng needs to do now is to stabilize Jiangyu and make her accept the money. Of course not. We signed a contract and we won't bring up old scores. Don't worry, the money has been transferred to my card. We can spend it however we want. Let's go shopping this afternoon, what do you think? The kindergarten was temporarily closed and the criminal team opened an investigation into the case. At present, Meng and other children have been temporarily placed in other kindergartens and will not finish school until 6 in the evening. It was difficult for Su Cheng and Jiangyu to have their own world. Okay, but not too late. We still have to pick up Meng. Her current kindergarten is a bit far away. The two took a taxi to the bustling shopping mall. When passing by a women's clothing store, Su Cheng pointed at the white windbreaker behind the glass and said, "Wife, this dress will definitely look good on you." Jiangyu didn't say much. Go in and try it. Let's not try. Let's give it a try. It doesn't cost anything. Aren't we just here to go shopping? Under Su Cheng's persuasion, the two finally walked into the women's clothing store. This time, there was no shopping guide with 800 tricks on his head. There are only two people in the store, the boss and the waiter. Hello, please get us the medium size. Su Cheng called out. After Jiangyu came out of the fitting room, she walked to a large mirror and looked around. Jiangyu still likes it very much. This dress is quite luxurious, made of expensive white deerskin, which reflects light and mirrors. My wife's dress is also beautiful. Try that one too. Jiangyu tried on 2 sets of clothes in succession, both of which were pretty good. How about it, honey? If you like it, let's buy it. How much is it? Hello. The one you just tried on is 6,888 yuan, and the one you are trying on now is 3,288 yuan. Why is there such a big difference? Su Cheng asked in confusion. He knew nothing about clothes and couldn't tell the difference between the two garments, except for the color. It is like this, sir. The one your wife is wearing now is artificial leather, which is relatively cheap. Oh. Su Cheng nodded, not quite understanding. How about it, honey? Which one do you like? Jiangyu didn't say anything, but silently took off the clothes on her body. What's wrong? Su Cheng came closer and asked in a low voice. Su Cheng, forget it, it's too expensive. Didn't I just buy a windbreaker a few days ago? I put it under the bed and I don't want to wear it. This leather jacket costs thousands of dollars. Let's spend it sparingly and save the money for Meng. She's still young and has a lot of places to spend money. Su Cheng smiled. It's okay, honey. In all these years, I have only bought you one piece of clothing. If we like it, we buy it. We don't want anything else but to have fun. Don't worry, Meng, the money I have is enough for her to use. She won't have to worry about money anymore. Believe me. Su Cheng insisted that Jiang pick one she liked, and if she liked them all, he would buy them all. After Su Cheng's constant persuasion, Jiang could only choose the cheapest one, which cost 3,288 yuan. Su Cheng was a little melancholy. He knew Jiang personality and temper very well. It's impossible to spend money so lavishly. A piece of clothing costs more than 3,000 yuan, and she has already twisted her eyebrows into knots. Not to mention that a package of two costs 10,000 yuan. This little amount of money is nothing to Su Cheng now. Your account number ending in 6554 received a payment of 32,880 yuan, and the balance is 1,123,308.3 yuan. Note: Super Online Banking Transfer. Chapter 28 Limited Potential. After walking out of the women's clothing store, no matter how hard Su Cheng tried to use his good-looking magic, it was no use. Jiang refused to enter the store or even try anything. Su Cheng has used this trick to get cash back twice, and it seems that it is not very effective. He had originally thought about taking Jiang to the mall for some shopping today and getting a lot of cash back. Not only did I accompany my wife shopping, but I also made money. While eating, Jiang deliberately chose a roadside shop and ordered a bowl of jelly for 8 yuan. This again made Su Cheng's idea of getting cash back by eating fail. 8 yuan for jelly. How much money can this earn? 80 yuan. It would be impossible to raise 5 million to invest in the new company at this rate of spending. Su Cheng completely gave up the idea of getting cash back through his wife. Although Jiang favorability is not full, he has no potential for cash back. People with money are prevented from spending. That's my wife. If it were Xie Yan, Alice and the others. Not to mention a leather jacket worth thousands of dollars, even if you give them a Hermes bag worth tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars, they won't stop you. It's not their money anyway. Jiang essential thought is that she and Su Cheng are one and the same, a family. No matter how much you spend, it's still the money you have at home. 1 cent more spent, 1 cent less. Every penny you can save is a penny you gain. Jiang enjoyed eating even the fried jelly sold on the street. It is no less than treating her to a fresh lobster dinner at the restaurant. Hey, how's Dad doing? I didn't urge you again. Su Cheng saw that Jiang was greatly touched by him these past 2 days, so he plucked up the courage to ask. A few days ago, Jiang was still clamoring to go back to his hometown. Although I know it was just an angry remark, but for Jiang to say that, it must have reached an unbearable point. Jiang rolled his eyes at Su Cheng. My dad urged me to pack my things and take the kids back home as soon as possible. They said I even knew how to build a nest for wild birds outside, and I'm still renting a house from you. I don't want to go back to that small county town. You have to rely on connections to get anything done. The class system is almost solidified. Although the cost of living in a big city is a bit higher, if we hadn't insisted on staying in Xianxin, how would you have met such a good boss? What Jiang said was indeed true. But it has nothing to do with Su Cheng suddenly becoming rich. However, Jiang words reminded Su Cheng. Can he just take Jiang to buy an apartment? Fill in the name as Jiang. The name is gift. It is equivalent to buying a house for Jiang. Millions are easily earned. Isn't he this faster than shopping in a mall? It just so happened that the landlord of the house they rented recently was in a hurry to sell and was looking for a buyer. Su Cheng immediately contacted the landlord and asked him to meet at his home tonight. Honey, I have an idea. What evil idea do you have? How can it be called a bad idea? What I mean is, while we have money now, we can just buy the house we live in. What do you think? Su Cheng asked sincerely. He currently does not have much money, just over 1 million, which is definitely not enough to buy a new house, and he is not eligible for a loan. It's very troublesome to explain to Jiang. If I buy the second-hand house I currently live in, it won't cost much. Buy a house. Jiang really hadn't thought of this. Su Cheng, I just hinted that you should buy a house or something. I think renting a house is also good. In case you are transferred to another job in the future. Wife, let's buy a house quickly while we have money. Otherwise, the house price will go up again in 2 years and we won't be able to afford it even if we want to. Jiang frowned. Are you serious? Su Cheng nodded sincerely. Buying a house can indeed increase the happiness in life. Although it is a little broken and small, it is still a home. A safe haven in the midst of storms. In big cities, it is not uncommon for people to go from being tenants to being homeowners. How much is this? Do we have enough money? Of course it's enough. That old, run-down house won't cost much. The landlord, Yueyue, has been planning to sell their house these days. He called Cheng 2 days ago and asked them to pack up and move out in the next few days. Cheng didn't dare tell Yueyue at that time. But now I can say it. Haven't you heard? Cheng asked. What did you hear? Yueyue didn't understand at all. Zhao Shuyi's son got the girl pregnant and is planning to get married. He needs money. They plan to sell their house and use it as a down payment for their son's downtown home. Eh? I didn't know about this, how did you know? Yueyue was very curious. Haven't you heard? It's spread all over the place. It's already been a secret for a long time. Look, everything from wedding banquets to house decoration costs money. The girl's belly is getting bigger and bigger, and her family is urging her to hold a wedding. It's not a good look to get married with a big belly. This matter really worries Mr. and Mrs. Zhao. We have lived in their house for so many years, and we all know each other's temper. I will talk to him and it will work. And the contract also stipulates that we should be given priority in selling. Yueyue felt that what Cheng said made sense. When people have a lot of money, they like to do weird things. You never know what you might do and end up losing all your money. It would be better to solve the problem of buying a house first. This way they can live more comfortably every day and they can also have an explanation to their parents. Okay, when are you going to find the landlord? I have already made an agreement with him tonight. I will invite him to my house to talk. You are really fast. Well. Also, consider this house as bought for you, and only fill in your name. It's my way of compensating you for all these years. Chapter 29 Yueyue's Courage. Yueyue almost burst into tears when she heard this. How can that be? Either put your name on the house, or put both of our names on it. Wife, don't insist on this matter anymore, just fill in your name. Cheng firmly held Yueyue's delicate hand, expressing his firm attitude. Evening. Cheng and Yueyue went to the new kindergarten together to pick up Meng from school, and had something to eat outside in the evening. Meng, how is the new kindergarten teacher today? The teacher is so nice to us. He even cut some fruit for us to eat. Yeah, that's good. After returning home, Yueyue helps her daughter with her homework. Cheng was waiting for Zhao Shuyi in the living room. Boom boom boom. Zhao Shuyi is in his 60s. He has grey hair on his temples, is not tall, has a thin horse face, and eyes are only as big as green beans. When he smiles, his eyes look even more exaggerated, with only a slit in between. Their house here was actually allocated to him by his unit when he was the director of a steel rolling mill. A 60 square meter apartment with 3 bedrooms and 1 living room, and a small balcony. The house is not big, but it has everything it needs. Zhao Shuyi walked in with a sour face and his hands behind his back. Didn't I tell you to pack your things? Why haven't you done so yet? I thought they asked me to come here to collect the house. Cheng, it's time for you to move out. I will return your deposit and the remaining rent to you in full. Cheng smiled and replied, I called you over because I wanted to talk about buying a house. Buy a house? Zhao Shuyi was stunned. Your colleague wants to buy a house. No. Who is that, you? Yes, that's me. I plan to buy this house. Please name a price. Cheng sat down confidently, his expression relaxed. Zhao Shuyi obviously didn't believe it. Cheng, you should move if you need to. Don't take this matter lightly. You've owed rent several times this year, and I haven't bothered with you. Don't you know what's going on? Zhao Shuyi didn't believe at all that Cheng, who always asked him to pay the rent, could afford to buy his house. Seeing that Cheng ignored him, Zhao Shuyi asked again half doubtfully, Are you serious? Okay, I won't waste any more words, 400,000. 400,000. Cheng was stunned when he heard this. Who would spend 400,000 yuan to buy this old and dilapidated house of 60 square meters? There isn't even an elevator, and it's so shabby, with wires everywhere, and the environment is poor. This old man Zhao Shuyi really dares to speak. Su Cheng has done his homework. This house costs at most 200,000 yuan. Okay. Su Cheng didn't bargain with him. After all, if you pay a little more, you can get 10 times more cash back. 400,000, after cash rebate, is for million. Okay, can the ownership be transferred tomorrow? Su Cheng agreed readily. It happened that Yueyue walked out of the room at this time and heard the last two sentences. Su Cheng, are you stupid? 400,000 to buy a house here? Uncle Zhao, you should know how much your house is worth. We have lived in your house for several years. It's already very good that you didn't ask for a lower price. Why are you making fun of us? Yueyue was very unhappy. This old man was very bad. When Zhao Shuyi saw that Yueyue said this, he thought that maybe the two of them really made some fortune and had some money. Please tell us a sincere price, and we will buy it with sincerity. 280,000, fixed price, no bargaining. 220,000, Yueyue cut off 60,000 with one stroke. More cruel than the dragon-slaying sword. But bargaining is the price. It's normal to cut a few more times with one blow. 220,000. Why don't you ask around and see where you can get one for less than 260,000? Zhao Shuyi was unhappy. He had already said he wouldn't bargain, but I still cut the price by 60,000. Uncle Zhao, you are in such a hurry to sell their house, isn't it because you are short of money? We have cash on hand. As long as the transfer and contract are signed, we will transfer the full amount to you immediately without any delay. Can you give me the money right away? Wang Shuyi's eyes lit up. Sure, as long as you go through the formalities and sign the contract, I'll transfer the full amount to you. Yueyue's negotiation ability is still good. She was able to grasp the other party's core demand for urgent cash. By launching an offensive around this point, Zhao Shuyi would have to give in even if he didn't want to. If it weren't for the overall situation and she had been a housewife at home for several years, she would be doing better in the workplace than Su Cheng now. Yueyue's ability is not as good as Yang Wan's. The unfilial son in Zhao Shuyi's family got the girl pregnant and forced him to pay money to get married every day. The old couple paid off their son's gambling debts a few days ago and had barely any savings left. They simply couldn't come up with so much money all at once. I can only sell the extra house. How much do you want? 250,000. Okay, if you can pay me quickly, 250,000 is 250,000. Are all the formalities complete? Complete. The transfer will be done tomorrow morning. You will have to pay for the handling fee and transfer fee. Yueyue is straightforward. But this is a bit too stingy. Since they had said so, Zhao Shuyi reluctantly agreed, okay. He originally came here today to urge Su Cheng and his family of 3 to move. Unexpectedly, the house was sold in just a few minutes. This solved a big problem he had recently. Hey, let me tell you, what fortune did you two make recently? How many millions did you win in the lottery? If we won a few million, would we still buy your house? Yueyue said bluntly. That's true. Zhao Shuyi lowered his head and muttered, hey, Su Cheng, you found a good wife. If she hadn't kept this family together for you these past few years, it would have been broken up long ago. You have to be nice to others. Of course. Zhao Shuyi sighed. The girl his son is looking for has a strong personality and her family is very powerful. How can I control my cowardly son? Just wait and see, there will be a lot of troubles after getting married. If only he had a daughter-in-law like Yueyue. I don't know what kind of luck Su Cheng has. If it were an ordinary woman, she would have abandoned the child and ran away long ago. Who takes the trouble to clean up this mess every day? The most precious 5 years of a woman's life. I finally made it through. Su Cheng was quite determined and managed to get an apartment after much persuasion. Although it's a little broken and small. But at least it's a home. It's not a bad idea to spend some money on some preparation. Okay, I'm going back first. I'll have my son draw up a contract and take you to transfer the ownership tomorrow morning.